Mic check 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Man, sorry we had a little delay. We had a little technical difficulties backstage. It wouldn't be Friday if we didn't have nothing going on. Hey, welcome to Point Blank Experience. I am your boy Rod, the host that sometimes does the most. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna be doing more than the most tonight, baby. Your boy got a guy I've been trying to have on this channel for a while. 5,400 subscribers on YouTube, about 15,000 followers on TikTok. 1,760 subscribers on Instagram. I got to ask him what's going on Instagram. He must don't like the gram, y'all. I got to find out what's going on. But, man, on this channel, we have a simple slogan. It's real talk from a point-blank perspective, and it's more than a YouTube channel. It is an experience, and you're going to get a chance to see that today, tonight, this evening, depending on where you are. I see we got 13 real homies in the crib, and as the banner is saying at the bottom of the screen, I want to personally thank everyone that's here viewing, the subscribers. If you're not subscribed, hopefully we can change your mind tonight. Y'all are the best. We got 29 real homies in here. Y'all, I don't have much more time. I didn't come up here to talk to myself. I do that all day, every day. That's why I have so much fun over here. But without any further ado, I'm going to make sure my guest is ready. Sticksncharge. We don't have to say all that over here. We kind of civil. I'm a country dude, so we just going to say Sticks. All that in charge. We're going to find out about what he in charge of. He might just be in charge of Sticks. We don't know, but we're going to find out. Without any further ado, let me make sure he's ready. Your boy, stay ready. You ready, bro? Let's do this, y'all. Coming to the stage. Unmute that mic and let's go, baby. Let's roll. What's going on? Y'all brought Sticks on. He looking all down at the mic. What's up, brother?
Put my glasses off so I can look halfway presentable. Give y'all
halfway presentable. Do I need to take mine off? We ain't gonna see shit if I take mine off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hopefully I don't have to read no comments on no chat. If I do, I'll put my glasses on. So
okay, well, I'm gonna be going through the chat rather slowly, so you're gonna have plenty of time to see them. Because hey, man, thank you so much. I didn't get a chance to tell you backstage. I told you, but I want to tell you again in front of everybody. Thank you for being here. It is an honor to have you here, man. Hopefully you bring the whole Sticks brigade over here. Yo, I was on Instagram one time, Sticks. I couldn't figure it out. It looked like he had about 15,000 people up in there, man. I was so happy, man. So, and I asked him right there, hey, man, I got to have you on the show. So, hey, do me a favor, Sticks. I'm going to be right here, but can you tell everybody who you are? Don't say too much now, because I got a whole lot of questions, bro.
All right, I won't say too much.
All right.
I'm Sticksncharge. I'm a middle-aged, crazy man. Started my YouTube journey during COVID. I was a very, very private person prior to COVID. Prior to COVID. I never thought I would be on YouTube. And I just came to the platform, just acting crazy, being my own, own self. Now, I am a fun kind of crazy. I do dial it back some because I'm too much for the camera. I have to also think about my full-time job. I like to cut up, like to have fun, love to cocktail, like to joke, like to say things to shock people. I am an attention whore. I've always said that. But most importantly, I'm a positive brother. I like to bring joy, entertainment, mentoring, coaching, giving people good advice, especially our young people. Middle-aged people, we don't care. That's what I do.
Man, you right out the bat, you said you were attention, I ain't gonna say the word you said, but you say you were attention something, man, that just caught me right out the bat. I ain't catch that in my research, but I think anybody that's on YouTube is kind of, you're seeking some kind of attention. It might be the attention of your family, your loved ones, people you don't know. Maybe you're lonely. I don't know, not you, but people that do YouTube. So, man, boy, that was a lot. But, I got to ask, man, because I got some questions here, and I want to thank again everybody. Let me make sure, Sticks, I got to check one thing, because this button didn't work earlier. I just got to check one quick thing. I ain't got to go nowhere, though. I want to let everybody know that something's in full effect tonight. Let me make sure it's working. Super Chat. Yeah, it's working. Super Chats are in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to donate to the cause, the plate going to be going around the building. You ain't even got to wait for it to get to you. Just hit that little button down there and show your boy some love. Now, we can get into this. Oh, man, where are you originally from, Sticks? I just got to know, man.
I was born in Washington, D.C., Southeast. I was born in Providence Hospital. And I lived maybe the first year of my life in Southeast D.C. Then my father, he got promoted a lot. We moved to Montgomery County. And then we moved to PG County. So I lived half my life in Montgomery County, Maryland, everybody. I'm in Maryland. Lived half my life in Montgomery County and the second half in PG County.
Wow, man.
I'm a DC native, Washingtonian. This is home.
And you still there?
Yep. Anyway, I'm in the DMV, but I'm in the suburbs. I'm in Maryland.
Oh, you're in the suburbs. You're in the burbs. Is that what they call it now? You out in the burbs?
Yeah, the burbs.
I'm in the burbs of Dallas, then. I'm in the suburbs, y'all. Don't look for me because you ain't gonna find me. I don't even know what town I'm in. Hey, man, quick questions though. What was it like for Sticks growing up in Southeast County and all them other counties you just named? What was it like growing up, man? I'm just curious.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna shock a lot of people. When I was young, I was very, very shy. I stayed to myself. I had a color complex. I thought I was white because I was when I was younger, you guys, I was very light. The older I get, the darker I'm getting. So I would go to school every day thinking I was white because at the time it was very, very few black people in my grade school. So I thought I was white. I came home and my mother and I had a conversation. She said, "You silly boy, you're not white, you are black." So I had an identity crisis. And it's so crazy because in this area in grade school, I went to HBCU. I went to North Carolina A&T State University. When I went to A&T, it made me realize I did not know our Black history. It shocked me because I was not taught that in school. So coming up, I was very shy. I could not eat in front of other people. I was scared to walk in front of other people. I didn't have many friends. I stayed to myself because I did not want to be around. Well, when I lived in PG County, there were some bad influences that went to my high school. And I never wanted to be a part of that mess they had going on. So I was one of those people. I was self-motivated. I was driven. I was determined to be successful in my life. And I think I'm still doing it, but I think I've achieved my mission.
You know, this is way somewhere on this. Y'all, if y'all see me look down, I got my iPad 2 here with my questions on it, but it's way down there somewhere. Now, I'm not trying to get in your business, but I am.
Go ahead.
Not really right now, but do you live by yourself?
Yes.
Because that's a big ass house you got, man. I was watching you because when you vlog, man, you be there when I'm like, hold up, man, when does this house end? I mean, so,
it is.
So it sounds like to me, you know, everything that you experienced as a child, you know, you finally turned black. You know, you thought you were, you were white. So you got that checked off. Then you were to yourself.
Yep.
You ain't to yourself no more. You got 20,000 people watching you. You keep people laughing. And then you were secluded. So that shell, that pecan shell, I mean, you might not know about nothing like that being a DMV, but that, what you do, you eat a lot. You're a mukbanger. So that shell you were in, you've now, I don't want to say it like that. I'm going to say pause before I say it. Pause. The nuts have now fallen out of the shell. Is it safe to say that?
Yes. Yep.
That's amazing, man. And that's all that wasn't even in my questions. And that's why I like to do these interviews. I like to listen. Right. That's why it takes me so long with the comments, because I'm listening to the guests, because I do these to learn about people. Because to me, before I started doing these, people, they were interesting, but I didn't really care about nobody else. But now, man, I hear all kind of stuff. I hear that some people want to meet certain people, you know. Speaking of which, while we got 13 real homies in the crib, if you could meet one person, Sticks, living or deceased, family member, celebrity, or anybody else, who would it be? I'm just curious.
I have two names.
Okay.
Can I give you two answers?
You can give me 3, 4. This your show, man. I'm just here pressing these comment buttons and asking.
Physically, in the human flesh, I would love to meet Obama. I would love to meet Obama. That's the person who I would love to meet. In the spiritual realm, I would like to meet, of course, God himself. I have some questions for him. So those are the two people I would like to meet. Like right now, you know.
What God goes without saying. I think a lot of people want, but why Obama? Of all the people, why Obama?
I think Obama brings inspiration. It brings hope, especially to the young black man. Because in a young black man, when you look around, either we locked up, we don't have a good look. There's not a good image for black brothers. And not many black brothers compared to our sisters are successful. So I think just having that black positive role model is really needed today, especially in the youth. because they don't see it. Because when you turn the TV on, what do you see? We're prostitutes, drug addicts, bangers. It's the negative connotation of who we are as Black men. And I wish that we can do things to change that image of who a Black man really is, because I don't like it. And that's why on my channel, and I always said this, my channel, I would never tear down another brother or sister or anybody. I don't like nasty behavior on any social media platform. I think there's a better way to express yourself without being nasty. And not everything has to be broadcast in front of everybody. I don't like it. I don't support bad behavior. Anybody who supports bad behavior or does it, I don't support it. And I would unfollow you and so forth. I don't get down like that.
And I've heard you say that on your live stream, because when you come into a Sticks live, regardless of the platform, you feel the positive energy. At least I have. You feel that energy, and you let people know real quick. And that's why I wanted you on the show, because you should have heard the promo song I wanted to use. I wanted to use Tupac and Snoop. You got two of America's most straightforward people on the same damn screen at the same damn time.
Right.
And that's why even one of the promos I just want to have a good time. And I got 2 interviews this week. Life itself is rough enough.
Right.
It's raining every day and we don't control the forecast. But when I can control the forecast and I'm around my homies, my brothers, my sisters, the people I care about, and I ain't got to know you, I ain't even got to even met you to care about you. I want the sun to come out. And that's why we have Points Blank Experience. So, man, we out to a good start.
Exactly. So, I'm loving it. By the way, I want to say in front of everybody, thank you so much for having me in your home. And I really appreciate it. And you do good work and keep up the good work. I love how you spin gems to not just the Black community, but to the human race. So I salute you for doing that, because we need to have more people on the social media platform that's not scared to share what we know. Don't hog it to yourself, share it.
Wow, that means a lot, Sticks. And I've never had anybody say that during an interview, so it really means a lot. And I'll share a secret with the 16 people that we have in here. When I created Points Blank Travel, which was about credit, I created it for my people.
Right.
I'm not going to sit up here right now and fake in front and shake and bake. I'm going to tell you what I created for Black people.
Right.
To learn how to travel for free, to stop sitting in your hometowns, your home counties, your home states. There's a whole world out here. Right. But I realized it wasn't one race or one culture that needed this information. It was people from all cultures.
We all need it.
Exactly. That had the desire to travel. Then when it came to finances, now I just want to have a melting pot of partying. I'm trying to get everybody rich so I can have more people to hang out with since I'm retired. That's what I'm really trying to do. You get lonely over here, man. It's lonely when you retire, man. And all my boys still working, so I'm like, man, everybody with some money, so we can all quit working. But
I wish I could quit work. If I could, I would
quit working, man. You know, we had a whole shutdown of the country a few years ago, and man, this is going great because I'm not even looking at questions right now. We had a whole shutdown, and I don't know about something that's medical that could shut everything down. I'm thinking about the way everything is going on around us. What are your thoughts right now? And I'm not talking about finances, I'm not talking about money, but just people, the economic situation. What's your thoughts on people? You know, food, eating, paying your rent, paying your card note. You got to have a phone. What are your thoughts on that right now?
I always go back to COVID. Prior to COVID, was the world chaotic? Yes. But for some strange reason, when COVID happened, people got more, I don't know, unattached to being nice and calm towards other people. People got angrier. They got nastier. I don't know where this attitude came from, because COVID is COVID, right? I didn't change. I put people in two categories for COVID. Those people during COVID who lost their jobs and they were not able to bounce back. I understand that pain. But the ones who did not get impacted, like me, it didn't really impact me. So there's no reason for me to be nasty. Now, I do say there were always underlying issues in the human race. COVID just made things more available for it to come up and out, because we always felt it. I think people suppressed it before COVID. COVID just made it easier for people to express themselves because they were forced to deal with it head on. Because sometimes we like to sweep stuff under the rug if we're not forced to do something that's uncomfortable. But COVID made it very uncomfortable for us. We had no choice but to deal with it. If you're married and you're in the house and you and your spouse can't stand each other, but both of you all at home because everything's shut down, what do you think is going to happen? It was always there, but COVID just made it a platform for you two to face each other and hash it out. Good, bad, wrong, or indifferent, all that nastiness just spilled out. It could lead to divorce, sometimes this, sometimes probably this. You just never know. I think COVID, because prior to COVID, was things messed up in the world? Of course it was. But post-COVID, I saw a difference in people's behavior. That's what I believe. That's what I feel.
You bring up a good point that I've never thought about, and I'm blessed enough. I'm gifted by the grace of God to be able to listen to someone and expand upon a topic at the drop of a dime. And I'm thinking back to COVID, y'all. For those of you that are tuning in, we don't script this. Matter of fact, I ain't even going by the script. If it was a script, I have questions.
I have no idea what he's going to ask me.
We just talking. We chopping it up. We chopping it up and let the people listen to the conversation. But going back to COVID, one thing I heard was, this is not going to happen again. I'm going to be prepared. If I get laid off, I'm going to have an emergency savings. And, it sounds good when we're in the situation. But when the storm passes, we don't think about preparation. We don't be proactive. We revert back to be getting reactive, becoming reactive. And I'm looking at how people now, this whole economic situation, people are scrambling. They scrambling eggs, baby. They scrambling eggs. I'm trying to teach them how to flip pancakes and flip this money, but they scrambling eggs. They're scrambling around trying to find out what am I going to do if? Well, let's just start, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start now. If may not ever happen, but if happen, Rod gonna be ready, and I'm sure Skip's gonna be ready. Now, this is on my list, man. You are proud of your age, Sticks. I hear you. I knew how old you. How old are you?
I'll be 58 this year.
When?
I'm 57 now. I'll be 58 later this year. Born in 68. I'm a 60s baby. And a lot of people come to my live stream and ask me questions. They say, give me some advice. And they ask me all the time, how are you able to answer those questions just like that? And your answer is always good. And that's called life. That's called my experiences. That's called just me dealing with, just learning from my bad mistakes in my past. By the way, my life was not always good, everybody. Had a rocky life, but I had a good upbringing. I come from a 2-parent household. I made some bad decisions when I was younger, and it got me into some trouble, but I got myself out of it. It's a revolving process.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna get into some of these questions that the people came here for.
Bring it on. I'm ready.
Me and Sticks can chop it up. So I just gotta know, man. You did a video about eating 24 deviled eggs in one sitting. Man, what's up with you and these damn deviled eggs, man? What's going on?
So I was a vegan for a long time. And then I said, you know what? I have to put more stuff in my diet because I kept losing weight, but I wasn't eating protein. And at that time, I'm a type 2 diabetic, by the way, if you didn't know that. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I don't take any medication, nothing. And the weight loss, I got down, my smallest weight, everybody, I got down to maybe 116. And I said, you know what? No, this is too small. So I had to put dairy back in my diet, which is not vegan, of course, and also meat, like chicken. I don't eat too much chicken, but definitely seafood. And then the deviled eggs was a good way for the protein. I can make it good, but I love deviled eggs. But my food passion is potato salad. But we all know it's a type 2 diabetic. I can't have that. If you put a bowl of potato salad in front of me, if I take one spoonful, the bowl is gone. That's how much I love it. Just like y'all like mac and cheese, I like potato salad.
Hey, man, I ain't going to tell nobody, but there might be that other side that you thought when you was born coming out. It might be. I mean, but I know I'm not a potato salad fan, but I know a lot of people that like it. So You mentioned diabetes and type 2. I don't know the difference, and I need to be more educated, and I will be after this live. But when did you find out you were diabetic? How old?
So I was in either my late 20s or early 30s. I got 3 stories I can tell. One I can't tell on the camera because it involves sex. But in my shower, one day I was, in the shower. Back then, my showers were scorching hot. I took like scorching hot showers. So I was taking a shower and I got lightheaded. So I pulled the shower curtain back and made the water warmer. I said, maybe it's a freak time, incident. Then I sat in a tub of hot water and it happened again. But the good thing about it, I get my physical, between August, October timeframe. So I was due for my annual physical. I went to the doctor. They ran my test, and the doctor, his name is Dr. Norman. Dr. Norman said, "You do know you are pre-diabetic." I said, "Who?" I said, "I can't be," but I was. But looking back at my diet, I see why I was diabetic. Every day, all I ate was rice, potatoes, and pasta. I worked for an HMO at the time. My background is healthcare accounting, by the way, in my early career. And in our office, we had a soda machine, a fountain soda machine. I drank Coke all day, every day. And I was working, I think I was on salary, 70 hours per week. That's how long I was working. And I didn't make that much money. I think in this job, I was making only $23,000 a year. $23,000 a year, 70 hours per week.
Wow.
And I was throwing them sodas back, but it gave me energy.
Man, so were you afraid to tell people that you were diabetic, thinking they
No.
may feel sorry or be okay? Okay. Because that's what happened to a lot of brothers, man. I asked that because brothers want to be macho and tough, and we don't want people to know when something's wrong or we're not feeling well. And that's really when you need people to know the most. I was wondering.
Right.
So
I'm an overshare. I'm the kind of person, and I always say this in my channel. Somebody asked me, "What's the one thing that you regret in your life?" Nothing, because everything in my life happened in divine order. I would never say I regret dating so-and-so. Oh, I regret doing X, Y, and Z. No, I did it at the time because that's what I wanted to do. No one ever forced me or held up, this to my head and say, "You better do X, Y, and Z." So if you're never forced to do something, why are you ashamed of it? Were you ashamed of it when you was doing it? If the answer is no, then stop being ashamed about it. Look, accept it and move on. Don't regret it. Don't look back. Don't be angry. Don't be upset. It's your life. It's who you are as an individual. That's why you are here today, because of that experience and the other experiences. That's what I believe.
wow, I couldn't have said it better. Matter of fact, I'm not going to even repeat it because you said it best. Now, I want to read this. Sassy says, "Sticks got me hooked on skinny popcorn." And that's the influence that we have on people. And that's why I like watching influencers.
Yeah.
I don't even call myself a YouTuber anymore. I'm somewhere between a content creator and an influencer because I want to make an impact on people. And this is a testament of you making an impact. And going back, speaking of impact, House of X had a question, which is one of my questions. But before I read that, Sticks, we global. I don't know what flags these are, but they don't look like the United States flags. We global, baby. We
Hello, everybody. Hello, hey, welcome in.
Don't y'all lie and put no flags that you ain't really there now. You gotta be there. Hey, but what made you start a YouTube channel, man?
COVID. So before COVID, everybody, I lived a very, very private life. Part of it was my job. At the time, the job I had, I was under a microscope. But then this job I have now, COVID happened. I sat in this house and I looked at the 4 walls. I'm very hyper. I love to work. I said, what in the hell am I going to do? Because I didn't go anywhere. And nobody was welcome to my home except for my neighbor. At the time her mother was living, she passed when she was like 96. So I let her come over. But I looked at the 4 walls. I said, I have to do something because I'm wired. I have nervous energy. I can't just sit still. I have so much in me that I want to give out. I'm fulfilling my purpose. And that purpose is not to lay in that bed. My purpose is to get up and make a difference every day, not just in my life, but how can I be a positive impact in others' life? So I got on, social media, but my friends said, My real name is Charles. They said, Charles, look, we know how you are. Please do not get up there and act, I have a very sharp mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I have cursed some people out on my YouTube channel, but I stopped that. I stopped, but I got bored and I wanted something to do. It was a hobby. It was the way for me to escape my professional world and get into something that I enjoy doing, which is why I would never start a finance channel, because I do that every day at work. I don't want to do that on my platform. I want to get, be removed from finances. This is an outlet for me to let this energy out. There's so much inside of me that I want it to be shared. And I had to do a self-disclosure. I've actually filmed videos and I played it back. I said, no, that video cannot be, it's too much.
Wow.
I'm definitely am the kind of person, I'm not scared to say anything on the camera or do anything on the camera. The question is, how would that impact my job? So I do the dial it back some. But if I didn't have this job, trust me, you all will be in for real reality TV.
You got a point, because there was so many things on Points Blank Travel I couldn't say or didn't say.
Yep.
Because of my job. And when I became retired, I did a whole series on how to go buy a car. Go check it out, y'all. It's on Investment with Ross, by 4 or 5 different episodes.
There you go.
But I couldn't do that at the time due to a conflict of interest. But sharing with people, man, the reason you started a YouTube channel was to share with people and get people, y'all. And all the time, sharing is not necessarily sharing knowledge or talking about investing. He says he does that for work every day. It's not sharing how to get it. How about sharing joy? You go to Sticksncharge, you're going to have fun unless something wrong with you. You're going to have fun, but sharing that, it just means so much. And now, hey, man, it's a couple people from the garden community here, and I ain't trying to bust you out. I'm just saying what you had on your channel. You said you was a plant expert. Now, you said you were a plant, like flower plants?
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of plants in the house. Oh, yeah.
100? Yeah, how many you got for real?
About 12.
I know you got Terry and Jerry. I met them on one of your videos.
Oh yeah, it's about 12 plants in, maybe a little more. But if you go back to my early videos, I had a corn plant in my foyer where my Christmas tree is. It was my ceiling's at 9 feet tall in my house. That plant went above my 9-foot ceiling. Mm-hmm. I had a different vacuum in my family room over here. That went past the ceiling. I had to keep cutting the top. So my plants grew really big. I had a ficus tree, then went to the ceiling, back to the floor. But I got rid of all those plants. So I said, no, I'm getting these, like these smaller plants that don't get too big. I have a green thumb. I have no problems growing plants. This house gets a lot of light, but I love house plants.
Yeah, I have a snake plant, and that's it. I ain't gonna even spend much time. I got a snake.
I love snake plants. They're nice plants. I love it.
I love them too. I ain't got to do nothing to it. I just talk to them every day. I think that's what they told me. They told me that on Just Asking for a Friend's channel. And then when I interviewed CC's Texas Garden, they said I had to talk to her. So, hey, buddy. Anyway, I'm back, man. Hey, you're a mukbanger. That's how you started eating all this food, man. What do y'all do with all that food that y'all don't eat?
Mine goes in the fridge. I don't waste no food. You know what's so funny? I'm glad you said that. You know what I don't understand? I think I'm gonna choose my words carefully. I'm very direct, but I have to be very cautious on how I say stuff. Mm-hmm. But I really want people, it doesn't matter what you make, everybody. Let's throw it out the equation. But I want us to stop wasting so much, because I look at people waste food, not just over here, on our channels, but just in the restaurants. You have all these people hungry in the world. But yet I see we waste so much. I can't stand to see waste. That just irritates me. I don't care if it's food. I don't care what it is. Paper towels, toilet tissue. Let's stop wasting. It costs money. And I want everybody today, I'm not here to talk about finances. To really succeed in this world, you need to have a broke mentality. If you keep telling, don't say you're broke. Don't manifest it out of your mouth, because then it happens. But I want you to start thinking. That's why I always talk about budgeting. You got to pay yourself every month. You work every day. You make other people rich. Why aren't we making ourselves rich? Why are we wasting so much? Today is not going to always be today because tomorrow is coming. And when that tomorrow comes, at what depth will tomorrow be? So I do tell myself you can't afford it. No, tell yourself that. Start telling yourself that. Tighten up on your expenses. This is a different world, everybody. It's very different from what we are used to pre-COVID.
Well, I'm glad you said it because I've said it once or twice on my investing channel. And I'm going to say it now, y'all, this isn't a money video, but I do want to say this. The day that I realized I had financially arrived was when I walked into a mall with over 6 figures in my wallet.
That's good.
Whether it was via cash, debit cards, credit card, however we want to shake it and bake it.
Right.
And I walked out of that mall with absolutely nothing.
That's
because
good.
I didn't find anything I needed. I found a whole lot of stuff I wanted, but I didn't find anything I needed. Then I knew, Rod, you have arrived to a different mindset. Hence why I retired at 53, because I refuse anybody to ever tell me again, we no longer need your services. Rod ain't gonna never tell Rod he don't need his services, and no damn body else gonna tell me that either.
Right.
So mindset, ladies and gentlemen. Now back to the regular scheduled program, but Sticks brought it up. I just chimed in. This is his channel, y'all. I'm just here facilitating the next.
This is your home. I'm here to show you respect, brother. I respect you.
Well, we don't know who house we in. We just we somewhere on YouTube, y'all. So now getting back to this mukbang, man. What's your favorite thing to eat besides potato salad? We already said potato salad.
Raw veggies.
Yeah. Now you had me confused, dog. Cause for a minute, while researching, I thought you was a vegetarian. Then you had the McDonald's big chicken sandwich, and then you had some. Then you went to Uncle Lou or Uncle C's chicken shop. I said, man, what the hell is he? Is he a veggie? A veggie brother? Like, you want some fried food sometimes, some vegetarian sometimes. So
a lot of people thought that at first. I said no. I used to be a vegan, so I was. Now there's different types of vegans. Everybody, I would say holistic diabetic vegan. There's a difference.
Oh, I didn't all different kinds?
Huh?
They got different kinds, like holistic diet. What you?
Yeah. So for example, so I'm a diabetic, right? So for diabetics, flour is bad for us. You would never see me eat like somebody take like flour and make it into something that's a different kind of food and eat it. Like cauliflower. Let's take cauliflower. I would never eat a cauliflower like a chicken wing. No. Cauliflower should be cauliflower. If I want a wing, I get a wing. I don't like food out of its natural, state. So I try to eat as close as possible to the natural state of that food. My diet is primarily, I like it raw, because even when I eat McDonald's stuff, it does, I don't feel good behind it. My body is so accustomed to a vegan diet. And most foods that's more than 3 ingredients, I typically will not eat it. But I do cheat every now and then. That's why I don't have any health ailments. Only health ailment I have is type 2 diabetes.
So you don't eat no food with more than 3 ingredients. When you buy something at the grocery store, you look at the back of the package to see if it.
I do eat some stuff with more than 3, but it's very rare that I eat like turkey bacon and turkey sausage. That has milk. That has more than 3 ingredients. I will eat that, but I don't eat it often.
I got a question, y'all. It ain't even on this damn iPad. I got a question. Turkey sausage. Now, every sausage I know ain't got one thing. They say beef sausage, but if you look at the package, it's got some other stuff. What is in a turkey sausage? What else other than the turkey?
Sometimes, if you're not careful, the case could be pork or beef. So the turkey sausage I get, I make sure it's all turkey. So just because something is chicken or turkey, don't think that's the only thing in it. So some turkey sausage, I forget the brand, but it does have, it's enclosed in the beef or pork casing. So it's turkey sausage, but the casing can be beef or pork. I don't get that one.
I said that for a reason, Sticks. Hey, y'all might want to look at these labels, called it'll have. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all got to watch all my channels because I give all these secrets away. Anytime I see something anywhere that's got some big old letters, that's the first thing I don't look at. I look at the little bitty letters because that's where all the good stuff is. Now it's gonna say in big letters, turkey sausage, but in little bitty letters, it's gonna say got pork casing, chicken casing. The little twisties at the end might be made out of something else. Who knows? And we don't pay attention to that because all they want you to pay attention to and focus on is the big stuff on the
I read everything. And also check food for the dates. Everything I pick up in that store, I always look at the date. And also too, if it's produce, if it's too soft or too, you know how it is. If it's not fresh, I won't buy it. But the turkey sausage I have in there is strictly all turkey. There is no beef, no chicken, no nothing. It's all turkey.
I just had to ask, hey man, I'm seeing this throughout these comments. Y'all, if y'all got a question for Sticks, I'll get to it between now and Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll email them to him if I don't get them to him. So, but hey,
as long as you want me to, I'm good.
I so love me some Sticks. And then they had a whole bunch of exclamation point, and I'm gonna take this with love too. Mr. Rod with a bunch of pink hands. Hey, what's up, Grateful Heart, man? One of the dopest people that I've virtually seen in these YouTube streets, Grateful Heart. CJ and Shreese. I saw CJ and Shreese. Matter of fact, they right here. Yo,
what's up,
this is how I met Sticksncharge. He did an interview on the Social Den, which is CJ and Sharice's weekly. It's not just interviews, it's interviews. Now they came out with a new thing where Sharice is running a series. It's y'all, I met a lot of people that's in this live stream. LaGregoria, saw some other people. What I'm seeing, and they say we can't do it, but they full of y'all know what. I ain't gonna even go there. They say we can't get along if it's a bunch of us. That's some BS, and I'll call it because I see it every single day on YouTube. Now, I do travel to some channels. They got a little bit of drama. I ain't gonna lie, I stay a little bit because I like a little drama in my life, but I ain't gonna be there long. Because like Sticks said, I ain't got time for no negativity, man. I done had enough negativity. But man, back to these questions, Sticks. So you like to now? I saw you had a whole plate of string beans. We ain't even talk about that. You had a whole plate. I ain't never seen nobody want to have just a whole bunch of string beans, but he did it, y'all. Y'all gotta go check out his channel. And that's why I don't even watch the video no more. But what is your favorite thing to cook?
Beans.
Goddamn, Stick. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I thought we was on there.
I'm a person, so you're not offending me.
Oh, well, I'm worried about these other 30 people in here. Hey, y'all, charge it to y'all. Pray for me. Sunday coming up in a couple of days. Just pray for me. Sometimes I need some prayer.
On my page, I curse. Sometimes on Zen Sundays, I let it out. You know, it is what it is. You good.
Speaking of Zen Sundays, y'all, we already know beans. That's down. He cook beans, he eat beans, beans, string beans, all that.
I done love raw onions.
Why? Because my grandpa did that. He never would tell me. Maybe you would tell me. Why you eat the
raw onions? So remember, I used to be a vegan. Raw onions is good for your immune system. It prevents you from getting sick with a common cold. How many times have you all seen me sick with a common cold? And I've been on YouTube for over 5 years now.
What a few times
have you seen me sick? I never had COVID. I never had the flu, bronchitis, pneumonia. I never had the cold, but when I shoveled the snow, I was in my soaking tub and I had the air vent above my bed because my pores are open. And when I got in my bed, the air hit my throat. But other than that, I don't get sick. I don't have headaches. My back hurts because, I'm getting older. I was in a car accident when I was younger. But I tell anybody, it gets better with age. I'll be 58 this year. I don't feel my age. I can hang with the 20-some-year-olds and sit their asses down. That's how good I feel. And plus, I don't act my age. I know I act crazy and immature, but I just like to have fun. I do believe your face, how you look, how you show up, it tells a lot about your life and about your character. It's not a bad thing or good thing, because some people actually went through some hard times in their life, and they might show up on their face that they went through some hard times, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge anybody but me. Overall, my life, you all, I've never experienced anything like traumatic. I never experienced it. Never have any of that. Never.
You know what, man? You're right. And I didn't realize how people can read your face. Mm-hmm. And I got a show coming up, Real Talk with Rod. It's going to be on my Real Talk with Rod series on this channel. And I did the promo yesterday, day before, that says storms will pass. All storms pass. This is a true story, Sticks. I was sitting in my driveway and probably by far the roughest time I ever been through. Mm-hmm. And this brother, I ain't never met this dude in my life. Right. He stopped, got out of his car, walked. He said, man, you all right? I've been passing by, I've been seeing you. You look like you got a lot on your mind. I'm like, damn, how the hell you see all that riding by? And when I moved, I was in the hospital. Mm-hmm. This man went to every one of my neighbors' house looking for me.
Wow.
The craziest part, his name was the same name as my only brother.
Wow.
So I'm like, man, what's going on, man? I hope I don't see no white lights. I might be about to leave, you know, because there's a lot of stuff happening, right? And then, it's just so you bring up a good point. So, all right, man, let me get to the next question, boy. Y'all, somebody said it. Thumbs up to live. That's that little thumbs up button. The other form don't work. Don't even touch it. Don't even get close to it. And it is an honor to have. We got 33 real homies in the crib. We are broadcasting vertical, horizontally. If you don't know what that is, the wide way and the up and down way. That's how we broadcasting right now. All kind of ways. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, there's a button down there. I think it's black. Power to the people. Hey, make sure y'all hit that joint. Share this thing out. Share it on your YouTube channel. Tell somebody to tell somebody. Matter of fact, I tell you, I always say, tell somebody you don't like. Because if they busy watching me, they ain't got time to mess with you. That's what I mean, real talk. Yeah. You know, and I speaking of ain't got time, this is Sunday. Man, for Fats and Tree and Tanya and all y'all, when we did that 6-hour live stream, we ain't did nothing. Wow. Sticks did a 10-hour and 52-minute live stream. Am I right?
Yes, but my longest one was the one that's for 15 hours. And that live stream, I'm gonna tell you who was in it. And CJ, if he's in here, he remember that live stream. This lady came into my live stream. So it was Satin, CJ, myself, Jermaine, Karika, I think Latoya was there too. It was quite a few of us in this live stream. But the lady came in and said, oh my God, I'm pregnant. I'm about to have a baby. I called my boyfriend. The stories got bizarre and more bizarre about a minute. So at one point, I just gave up. I said, I don't believe this crowd. Make a long story short.
Make it long. I need some watch hours. Make it long. No, I'm kidding.
But we laughed about that situation for a long time. I actually turned red in the face. Because CJ made a stupid ass comment saying, yeah, and she coughing or something he said. And I laughed so freaking hard. That was by far my best. It was my longest live stream, but the funniest. That little segment was very funny.
15 hours, man. Yo, I think I ain't never doing it again. Well, I got a 24-hour live with Event Yours and Fats and Tree. They're co-hosting it. I'm just going to be there, but I ain't going to be there those 24 hours. If I do, I'm going to be asleep. I'll be up there asleep, but
most got fast.
So hold up, man. Let me see here.
Ask me some hard questions, y'all.
You want me to ask you some? Oh, okay. Well, I noticed you always everything you drink. This ain't hard, but I'm about to turn this oven up. You best believe I'm about to turn it up. Everything you drink, I noticed you got a straw. You don't never drink out of a glass.
Nope.
What happened? Why?
I spent 10 grand on these teeth.
It ain't nothing touching them.
These teeth got bleached. I got Invisalign because I'm an attention whore. I'm vain. I'm somewhat vain, everybody. I'm somewhat vain, not too much, you know. Now, back in the day, I was vain, but that's when I was very arrogant. I was young and stupid. But now, the arrogance is still there, but it's not there. Yep. So I'm very careful, and people don't know this. Did you know your dental can be the cause of your expiring?
Yes.
And
I heard it on the Mint Dentistry commercial. They said that plant can get in your bloodstream and go to your heart, and you can have a heart attack.
It can really harm you. It could be fatal. So I'm very big on my oral hygiene. Like somebody came in my TikTok and they asked me, how are your teeth so white? And I do brush with Sensodyne. I do floss, but also once a month, I gargle with warm water, salt, and peroxide mix. Just put it in your mouth and do it like 5 times, rinse your mouth, spit it out, put the next one in, make a little nice size cup of it and rinse your mouth out. That's what I do.
So, damn, because I watched a video when you said you wasn't even finished with the tea. You was like, yo, as soon as I finish drinking this tea, I'm going to brush my teeth. I said, damn, he's serious. Mm-hmm. And then I started watching. You had wine with a straw, tea with a straw, beer with a straw. Right now with a straw. Mm-hmm. I was like, I wonder what's up with these straws, man. Maybe he had a bad experience drinking out of glass at a restaurant or something. I didn't know, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, restaurants, if I have to get a glass, I still ask for a straw. But I don't go out to eat too much because I think restaurants are nasty. It's something about somebody at the bar drinking out this glass, lips in the glass, and you take your bare hand and you dip it in the water for a couple of seconds, 1 second, take it out, rinse it off, and put it in a thing for the next customer. I don't trust people's dishes. In my kitchen, I wash dishes with a lot of Clorox. All my dishes, everything has Clorox on it, except for the cabinets. I'm a germaphobe.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to hear that word for a while. I ran into a germaphobe too, man. Hell, I might be one. I might become one. I don't know because seriously, I was a germaphobe during the pandemic, though. I wouldn't touch no door without a napkin. I probably was the last person wearing a mask.
Right. Okay.
I mean, and I think I had it, but I don't know because the doctor never told me. But I was feeling kind of strange.
Right.
You know. Right. Now going back to this here, man. Let me. Right. So you said you asked you some tough questions. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have you? And I ain't asked this question in a while, but I'm gonna ask you because you said ask you some tough questions. Yeah. We talk about all our joys and happiness. We look at a person now, and we see a book cover, but we don't think about all the pages in between of what a person.
All the chapters. The chapters, I call it chapters.
Have you ever faced any adverse chapters in your book?
Of course.
In your life?
Of course.
Well, tell us about them, Sticks. Tell us about them.
Quite a few. I have many chapters in my life.
Well, let's start with chapter 4.
Chapter 4. Okay. So chapter 4. My mother did expire and it brought her back.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Huh?
She expired and they brought her back?
Yeah. She had a little situation. She had an operation but they expired, but they was able to bring her. She's still living. Thank God, mother's still here. They brought her back. And I did something. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I had a conversation with God and I regret that conversation that I said. So that's one thing that I do regret in my life because that's worse than anything else that I could have done. Another bad chapter in my life was when I have so many examples that I can share, like in this, platform. Mm-hmm. I would say when I was younger, I would say in my, mid to late 20s. I don't know if it is a bad thing for me in terms of my personality. I was so arrogant, everybody. I was successful at a young age. I was so arrogant that I was saying things to people that was very rude. But then when I got older, those same things that I said about different people, they right here in front of my face today. And it made me learn to tone this down. It's not about material things. It's not about any of that stuff. When you get older, you learn it, and it's so crazy. I wish I knew about life when I was younger. And anybody who's young in this live stream, I promise you, you keep living, you learn about life when you get older. The closer you get to that grave, that's when life makes sense. And I wish it was the other way around. Another example was, this was not a bad example. Well, it is a bad example if you don't read, but I want to say this. I remember when I bought this house and I sold my townhouse. So when I bought this house, it paid all my bills off and everything. But when I used the builder's lender to finance this house. So I went to the, I think it was 45 days before settlement. The guy, he gave me my my interest rate and so forth. And I looked at it and I read it. And I said, hold up. I said, that's not the rate I paid for. So I paid down on my points. Because I had a, I had an interest only loan at the time in this house. It was for 10 years. But after 15 years, I refinanced my house. So now I got a regular loan. So make a long story short, when I signed that piece of paper originally, and then some time later before settlement, you're going to give me a paper that you gave me the first one. You're going to tell me that's not what I signed. I said, no, I'm not. That's not what you gave me. He said, yes, you did. I said, no, you did not. So when I pulled up my documentation, he said, oh, the moral of the story is this. It's not a bad example, but it could have been a detrimental example. Had I signed that piece of paper, I might have been in foreclosure. What I'm trying to tell people today is I want you to read anytime you make a big purchase. I don't care how long you're going to be in that settlement or whatever you buy. Read everything, everybody. I was in settlement. I think I was the last one. And I asked them, what time are you going to close? They said, why? I said, because I'm going to read every single page on this document. Because this is a big purchase. I said, why would I sit up here and sign something and not understand it? But I went to settlement. They had the wrong name on my papers. Said to kick it back and redo it. And then it was just a whole cluster mess. It was a mess. So that wasn't a bad thing, but that could have went very, very south. That's why a lot of people in Maryland lost their homes because they got so caught up. A lot of us, I'm not the only one in my family to receive this kind of success. My family don't have no house this size. And people got so excited. They said, oh, I finally got my dream house. Yeah, but can you afford it? That's the key. Now, I did try to refinance my house twice. I went through a financing company. I forget what you call it. And they said, stop paying your mortgage for 6 months. And I did all that. But I was unsuccessful twice. So what they did was they tacked to 6 months on the back end of my loan. And then when the market changed, I got more equity in my house. I was able to refinance this house. I'm so happy. So when I refinanced my house, I didn't refinance for 30 years. I did it for 15 years. Because I'm not a financial advisor. So what I'm about to say, do not take my advice. I do not believe in paying the house off. And there's reasons for that. Again, it's not a finance channel, but there are things you should do to offset that. But don't pay your house off. And the reason why I'm saying that, because if you're getting a tax benefit from that house and you paying it off, you're screwed, because next tax season, you're stuck with a big tax bill. So what I would suggest that you do, instead of paying this house off, take that excess you're going to pay towards your principal in another account and let it draw interest. That way you still get the tax benefit, but you're also still gaining money over here, earning money over here. But I'm not a tax advisor. So don't take my advice.
But you bring up a good point, Sticks, because it's so many little things out there that are out there right in front of our face. But if it's not interesting, we don't want to read about it. But we all, what is interesting is going to cost us money.
Right.
So we don't want to do what's not interesting to get more money so we can do what's interesting.
Correct.
If that makes sense. Hopefully that didn't go over anybody's head in the back. And I say that because I've always wanted to get into real estate, but I don't want to go worry about no pipes bursting. I don't want to worry about no lights not working. So on Investing with Rod, I'm gearing up now for it may not be a series. It should be one live stream where I've created a real estate portfolio and I don't own any property. But I get paid from 5 different tenants every month. And I do own property that I don't even know where it is.
Right.
Because I put myself in position. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's so many ways out there to make money. If you run around here right now and you got money issues, there are ways out there. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So, jumping back into this here, man, I'm just over here loving this because there's so many people. People are saying, MRTV, Maria came in the house. Man, I was watching y'all interview today, boy. You and Cowboy just something else. Y'all cracked me up. But now I gotta ask this question, man. We're getting back to this food since you're a mukbanger, man. You say ask you a tough question.
Sure.
And you eat turkey bacon and turkey sausages.
I just started eating that again. At first, I didn't eat no meat.
Now, what about this organic stuff? You be eating that too?
Organic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
so some things yes, some things no. Because my thing is this: how do we know it is organic?
Woo! That's what I was about to say. Boy, you took the word right out of my mouth. And what the hell is organic?
And what makes something organic versus not organic? I want somebody. I know what you can give me all the definitions you want. That the FDA does not look at every single thing manufactured in the U.S. or coming into the U.S. How do they know? They were not there when that food item was created or manufactured. So how do you know?
Wow. And I'm pulling up something right now, man. And now I'm not knocking it, but I am questioning it. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
I'm questioning it because Every time we see, not and when I say we, this ain't no one group of people. This is right. All the people.
Oh yeah.
Every time we see something, we want to jump on the bandwagon, and if they say it's cool, whoever the hell they is, we think it's cool. Next thing you know, we're in the trap. Now, I ain't never fall for the organic trap because it looks just like the regular trap. It looked like the regular food to me.
Right.
And then I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna share my screen, and this was a plan. Okay. I want to read this definition for all you people out there that's getting your organic food and stuff.
That's right. That's the definition.
That just do your thing. But I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna read it all, but I'm gonna tell you why I stopped.
Okay.
All right. So I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully y'all can see that.
I can see it.
Organic foods mean it's produced using farming practices that avoid most. When I read most, I stopped. I ain't gonna read nothing else because it avoid most.
Yep.
Synthetic pesticides, fertilizers, GMOs, and sewage sludge. Sewage sludge, that threw me for a loop because I did keep reading. Focusing on ecological balance and soil health with specific USDA standards and animal products. Okay, most. What happened? What's happening to the rest of them? What's happening to the rest of the stuff? Let me unshare this here. Well, what is happening to the most that they can't get rid of?
Exactly.
We still eating it. Why the hell am I paying more just so they get rid of the most? Just give me all of it, you know. And I'm not being funny, but I'm trying to open the eyes of people to see we can't just because they say it's good for you, it may not be. That's all.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
Okay. Yep. All right, so Sticks. Oh man, have you ever faced any drama on YouTube, man?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, is it too much to tell us about since you should ask some tough questions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not telling it.
You don't have to call nobody out, but
oh no, I would never do that. I would never drop a YouTuber's name. Yeah, there was some issues with another YouTuber, and there was a difference of opinion. And I said, you know, sometimes even, and I always tell people this, when you meet in a virtual space, anybody can appear like, you know, like you cordial, like you like each other. But as you continue on in that virtual relationship, certain things might pop up or may signal to you that, you know, maybe you should recuse yourself from this relationship because maybe not be a good thing for you. And that's what I did. Things just didn't work out, which is okay. Because there are some people on YouTube, I simply do not like them. I do watch their videos. I have no desire to meet them. I don't like them. And if you don't like me, and by the way, I know everybody on YouTube don't like me, and you should not look at my videos. You should not want to be in my proximity. I think the biggest misconception of that people have is, especially content creators, everybody is not going to like you, including other content creators. Just because somebody does not like you, it does not mean that they're coming after you. Sometimes you just don't jive. You know, the energies don't sync up, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not here to be well liked. I'm here to give my viewers what they want, what they like, and, you know, to learn some things from me. That's my success on YouTube. I don't compare my channel to any other channel. I'm being my true self on my channel. I stay in my lane. People come in, they know what they're going to get. I don't sit up here and speak ill of other channels. That's not something you would ever hear me say on any of my platforms. What I will say is I do not support bad behavior, and I do not. So if you're a content creator, you nasty with your attitude, I'm not going to support that.
Wow. And that,
you got a problem with it, you address it with me directly. Don't go to other people. And I'm also the kind of person, because I am very direct, if I do have an issue with somebody, I will not do it in this form. I will call you, you know, to the side. I prefer face-to-face, but sometimes, depending on where we live, we can't have that face-to-face conversation.
Gotcha. And Meet and I had I'm trying to find that question. Meet and I had a question about wine. Hold up, let me get to it here. Mm-hmm. And I noticed you like your wine and your spirits. Is there a go-to wine that you have, or?
Oh yeah, Southern Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon, red
Southern
wine.
Home.
Yes, Southern Home, and it's got to be red wine, and it's got to be room temperature. It cannot be cold. And I love Miller Lite.
So out of all the wines out there, Sutter Home.
Sutter Home. Yeah.
Okay.
My
And I
go-to.
like
For
that because
Chardonnay and for red wine. Cabernet Sauvignon.
hey, I'll event yours say sticks. What does my face say?
Huh?
Yeah, it says sticks. What does my face say? This from event yours of spirits.
Nick, what does my face say? I don't know.
I don't either. I actually, hey, tell you got the
What's your avatar? Your picture? Like I said, an avatar, but it's not your actual.
now
facial.
what Tanya does, she has a channel, her and Timmy, her husband, they have a channel where they do different spirits, make drinks, talk
Okay.
about wine, mocktails, cocktails.
I gotta check them out.
Yeah, you gotta check them out. She's actually my co-host, and Timmy will make special appearance. We have a show on this channel as well. So
Okay. I love to drink. I love the cocktail.
all right, hold up. Make sure I don't miss nothing in here.
But I like to drink by myself too. I'm the kind of person I can drink in the comfort of my own home, not going live, just me in my house. Just drink, play my music, have a good time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna answer this question real quick. Grateful Heart want to know, Mr. Rod, what do you do on the Points Blank experience? We actually interviews, have a Real Talk with Rod series where it's just from my perspective. It's going to be something that's relatable to most people, and I'm going to give you my perspective, and I want to hear people's opinion and their perspective as well. We also have live and direct where Tanya from Event Yours and I get together. We do the same thing, but we kind of tag team it. And I have motivational boulders, which I'm about to crank up, which is typically a 7 to 10 minute video. And it's just something that'll be on my mind. Motivational boulders and Real Talk with Rod has to be something that hit me. I don't just pop out videos on those. And something that I feel like people can learn from. So that's what you get on the Points Blank experience. And it's really just a place, Grateful Heart, where people just come on over here and kick it.
I'm loving it. I'm loving this vibe right here, brother.
Now I got a question, man. You drunk some vinegar and water. What was that about? What does it do?
It maintains my blood sugar. So self-disclosure. At night, my sugar drops quite a bit. It drops. So the vinegar and water, it serves multiple purposes. It helps you eliminate if you're constipated. It helps with blood sugar. It helps. There's some other health benefits to it also. But for me, I use it for blood sugar control.
Okay. So, yeah. Oh man, we got my man. You know, everybody came out to see you, Sticks.
Hello, chat. I can't see who's that. I can't see.
Cowboy,
what's going on?
This is the only one I know that's a doctor and a cowboy. You're a doctor in the daytime and a cowboy at night. That's what he said in my interview. I don't know what that means. Y'all gotta watch it yourself, but man.
I love the cowboy. The cowboy is my man.
These two right here, MRTV and Cowboy,
Maria,
man.
They need to be on my friend.
They need to be on TV, y'all. So does Sticks. I mean, Sticks, speaking of which, you had a chance to meet two of the funniest couples on YouTube at the same time. And there was another person. I didn't know that, but I think it was
Coco's content. Yep.
But you met MRTV and Cowboy and CJ and Sharice at the same time. What was that like? I just can't even imagine how much fun that was.
First of all, let me tell the story.
Okay.
So when I went in CJ and Sharice's live, I said, wow. I remember that the whole panel was Coco, it was Vicky's World, it was Essence of Sonya. I mean, it was a big panel. And I was engaged in that live stream. I said, wow, I love how they do things. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would ever meet CJ and Sharice. And I never thought I would meet MRTV and Cowboy. And to have them here about the first meeting was good. But but the second meeting was much better. So each time they come over, it's much better. Because, we have to like get used to each other's energy. But it was always good vibes. It was so much fun. But it was so funny because when I met CJ and I think CJ Sharice came here first. Then MRTV and Cowboy came up, later. And we had a good time. I purposely did not put the camera in their face because I wanted to get to know them. And I want them to get to know me. And I told Coco, I said, Coco, come here. because Coco has been around me the most. I said, look, what's up with CJ and Streets at MITV and Cowboy? She said, no, they good. I said, all right, good. And when they came here, and here's the weirdest part, never met them. When they walked through the door, it was like we known each other for years. There was no bad vibes, no bad feelings, nothing. I never had any of that. I felt like I've been knowing them for years. If you look at our live streams, they always talk shit to me, but I love it. And they know how I am. So that was the first meetup. The second meetup, the couples came one at a time. I said, it's important for me to get to know the couples separately from the other couples. So CJ and Sharice came down one weekend alone. And then another weekend, it was MITV and Cowboy. But for MITV and Cowboy to drive all the way from Detroit to come see me, I was like, damn, I made it.
These were important people on YouTube that came to see. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like somebody like PBC just starting out.
Right.
It was, and the drive from Detroit, was it cold or when they drove down there? Was it?
No, it was summer. It was a summertime.
Okay.
It was August. It was August time frame. But the first meetup, it was fun. But that first, everybody go to MITV and Cowboys live stream. We did a live stream on Maria's channel here in my basement. You ain't see everything. It was a live. CJ was a damn. Of course, CJ is a fool. I was cracking up laughing, and Cowboy was talking about my popcorn. It was fun. We had a good time, and I can really say this. It's refreshing because I had a bad experience with a YouTuber. It was refreshing to see 5 other YouTubers come to my house. And I never had drama with any of them. We never had an argument, a disagreement. It was never nothing nasty. It was always positive. It was always good. I felt like these are the people I can hang with and party. And by the way, I have a rule. Anybody who come to my house, you would never hear me repeat anything. Never. I might talk about it at a high level, but I'm the kind of person, when I get a card in the mail from somebody, from another YouTuber, I'd never share it on a YouTube platform. I'm private when it comes to other content creators. If I'm gonna put something out there, I'd rather do it for me. Even though it's nothing serious, I just respect everybody's privacy when it comes to my house. Because if you want the world to see it, we would have gone live. And that's not the intent of their visit.
Hey, the cocktail expert says Sutter Home is blasphemy.
Who said that?
If it's yours.
Oh, Lord. Well, give me some ideas. I'm going to go check your channel out.
You go to her channel. You're going to get, man, you know what? She really crunk it up when I stopped drinking. Now, she was doing some cocktail without drinking, but it seemed like those shows really got better when I stopped drinking. I'm like, damn it.
I'm on a 90-day fast. I'm not drinking. I took 90 days off from drinking. I'm not drinking again until April 3rd.
April 3rd.
Yep, April 3rd.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, you asked a tough question. What was the reason for the 90-day fast? Why did you take 90 days off?
I had to do it because it impacted my sugar. But what you don't see on the camera is, and I'm being very real. I'm being very transparent. Sometimes when I drink at night, it does make my sugar drop a lot. It does. Then sometimes when I drink a lot, because I get dehydrated, that it does impact my diabetes. And I said to myself, because my sugar was elevated. So in 2024, my A1C, that's how you test your blood glucose when you're diabetic, was 7.3. Back in December of 2025, it dropped to 6.5. So to be diabetes free, my A1C must be under 5.5. My goal is to get there when I go back to the doctors in the March, April timeframe. But I am going to drink again, but I'm getting older. So the older you get, I can't keep doing what I'm doing. And somebody came out live stream and asked me and say, Sticks, no offense, are you an alcoholic? Some of my moms got offended. See, I don't get offended by those kind of comments. I have thick skin. I said, you know what? That's a good question. And I said out loud, I said, when I get up in the mornings, I do get up and I start pouring like a beer or wine and I drink all day. To me, that sounds like an alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
My thing is this. I want people to stay in their truth. I'm not going to sit up here and say that that's not a sign of alcoholism, because it is, especially when you're doing an empty stomach every day. During COVID, I was doing 2 pitchers of margaritas a day and working. Dang. When I sat for the CPA exam, I was drinking. But some people can drink and function better, you know. Some of us can do it.
And I'm looking like this, like, you know, you never know. You just never know. And it's people until people disclose what they want you to know.
Right. And right. I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
One of my close friends said, okay, Charles, if you don't mind me asking, I said, come on, we're good friends. You can ask me anything. They said, you're masking something. What's going on in your life while you're drinking so much? Are you going through something? I said, believe it or not, no. I'm not going through anything. I drink because I like to drink. I enjoy it. It tastes good. I don't drink to get tore up, even though I have gotten tore up on my channel, but I'm at home. On my channel, I'm not gonna cuss too much.
No, I don't mind.
On my channel, you in my home. I'm not gonna ever change what I do, how I act, what I say on my goddamn channel. What you see is what the fuck you gonna get. Either you can stay or get the fuck out. I mean, I'm very real. I'm not up here to spin a narrative that's like perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. The richest person in the world is unhappy. That's not perfection, is it? The most famous person, nothing. The only thing that's perfect in this world is that we all come from sin, and there's evil in every last one of us. That's a perfectly known fact right there.
You know, boy, it's like I'm listening to myself, listening to you. You know, I've seen a lot of content creators not make it. I don't like to use the F word,
right,
as in fail. They just didn't make it. And the reason they didn't make it, they tried to be something they weren't. They tried to fake and shake, and it didn't work. You have to be true to yourself. If you go back, y'all don't believe me, go back and look at the old PBT videos. I kept a red cup, a yellow, a gold cup. I had every cup, solo cup you could imagine, every color. I had a whole crayon box of solo cups.
Right.
And I would say, because I got a little bit of sense, I maybe not a lot, but I wouldn't say it was wine. I said it was grape juice.
Right.
One time I had some wine in a glass, and I didn't get my video, then something was wrong. So I said, well, I'm gonna put it in a cup, be a little more professional, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was okay. And people was like, and I had people, you having a problem? No, I'm just having fun. I mean, why do people equate something that, and then I had a conversation today. Who made up all these rules anyway? who made up the rule if you drink it? Now, through the definition, the medical definition, if you get up and wake up or go to bed or at work or get ready to take an exam or driving a car, you're an alcoholic. You may be. You may be, but that don't mean you have problems.
Correct.
When I was drinking, I just liked having fun, and I had more fun when I was drinking. You know, but I will say I realized that I also caused myself. Nobody else did. I caused myself more problems.
Right.
So Biggie need to change that song, because it wasn't more money, more problems for Rod. It was more drinking, more problems for me. Right. But I can't go and expect that to be everyone else.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody always want to blanket everybody.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
Sometimes I go to bed, I have a cocktail by my bed. Look, in the middle of the night, I get thirsty, get my straw, and take a sip. Hold
up, Sticks. Wait, did I hear you correctly? You got a cocktail on deck at your bed? It just
no, when I was drinking, not now. When I was drinking, oh yeah. Sometimes I pour a drink, I go to bed. I wake up. Why I come downstairs? Put it on your nightstand. I'm a strategic drunk. If you call me a drunk, I'm a strategic drunk, a smart one. I'm not wasting no energy walking down them steps. It's right within hand's reach. That's called being efficient.
Hey, to answer your question, Grateful Heart, I stopped drinking October 14th is when I stopped. But 15th is when I started the clock of stopping. Of 2024, and I just haven't had a desire. And I may, if I do, it'll be on a different level. I may have a glass of wine with my lady.
Right.
I don't even foresee having a cocktail. I don't even want no alcohol just sitting in my crib. That's just me, though. and it wasn't. It's just it was like Sticks just said. I'm getting older, and it's time to make changes. I want to enjoy other things in life, not just be the life of a party. Hey, you want to hear about that? I did a video on that too. I do a video on a lot of stuff. I rode in the snow the other day, did a video, but I got tired of being the life of the party. I just want to be at the party. Yeah. And sometimes if you always the life of the party, you might not be at nobody's party because you ain't going to even be here. So I had to tell you, I had to see that. So anyway,
I agree.
Man, let me see what my next question is. Let me dig a little deeper in here.
Come on, give me some hard questions.
All right, hard question. What YouTuber, this ain't even hard. I just want to know, what YouTuber influenced you the most? It's hard to me because some people be getting their feelings.
That's easy for me.
Who?
Auntie Fee and B Love's Life. I used to watch them every freaking weekend religiously. Auntie Fee, I like because she cursed. B Love's Life because she eat the seafood and she smacked. And people come to my house like, who in the hell are you watching? I said, that's B Love's Life and Auntie Fee. But my friends were cursors, so they gravitated towards Auntie Fee. I love Auntie Fee. God rest her soul. I missed her. She was very entertaining. I got to give it to her. And I like both of them because nobody's like them on the social media platform. They were who they are, and they own their lane, and that's what I respect most about them.
Okay, and B Love, is that the one that's the popular mukbanger?
Yes.
I saw her on Steve Harvey. I didn't know who she was. Yeah, she was on Steve Harvey, and he was tripping. He was like, "You mean to tell me
she's a millionaire,
millions of dollars of eating food, and I'm wearing these suits every day, and I'm flying all over the country every day, and all you doing is eating, and you making me like, man." And it was funny because Steve just threw the cards, and so he said, "I quit, I quit." So getting a little tougher.
Okay.
In the YouTube community, who's someone you would want to meet that you hadn't met? One person. I know 2, 3, 4, 5, just one. It could be a couple. A couple can count as one.
I would love to meet. That's a lot of people I would love to meet. I'm just gonna name several. Lady Red, Angelique's hashtag Picky Palace. I love her. Lisa Carter and I both went to A&T, but I never met her at A&T. So
is that Carter's Eats?
Yeah, Carter's Eat. Yes, I would love to. We talk on the phone, but we have not. We have the same friends, but we have never, gotten face to face. Big Billy Bob and Miss Shan. I love them. Who else? There's so many people. There are a lot of people I would love to meet. I need a piece of paper to write these names down. But there's a lot. There's a lot of people.
Hold up, time out. Event Yours just gave you a list of some Cabernet. Now, I got some questions about something because I don't know if these real now. The first one is called Prisoner. These sound like some, I'm going to tell you when I read them all what they sound like. First one is Prisoner Cabernet. The second one is 19 Crimes. Is that the one by Snoop Dogg?
I'm about to say, that one was by Snoop.
And then there's another one down here.
50 Cent had one.
I would have tried this one now. This say the Freak Show.
But are they sweet? Are these sweet though? If it's sweet, I won't drink it.
I don't know about if they sweet, but it got to be a whole lot. You got the Prison, you got 19 Crimes, and a Freak Show going on. And a glass of wine.
I should drink that and go live and shoot a video. It would be a freak show up in here if I drank that.
Oh, boy, man.
I'm already crazy everybody. I am a little touched. I am touched. I'm a little cray, but I love it.
Hey, Desmond Nichols, he's one, and I'm actually interviewing Desmond and his wife Kizzy tomorrow, which is under the Nichols 13 tomorrow at 5:35 p.m. Central.
Okay.
He said that's what I'm talking about. Be yourself. You got a new sub.
Oh, thank you.
It's that simple. The man just said he'd be himself, and now he got a new sub. But once you get over there, you don't really see how much you're gonna be himself.
I so love my stick, and I'm grateful how I love you too. Grateful how she's a great mod across many platforms. Say it. That's right. I love. Hey, CC, what's going on?
Yeah. Hey, CC, just ask everybody here. So now I got to go back a little bit because you talked about these vegetables that you cook and eat, and you're diabetic and you don't take medications.
Nope.
Do you be concerned that some of these vegetables that you like to eat aren't as healthy as we think they may be?
Well,
And
the
I don't mean
vegetables.
healthy like they lied to us, but healthy like pesticides and how
Oh
they're growing them and what's being put in them. You're not worried about that?
yeah. But I will say this. Once upon a time, I was eating so many collard greens. When I got my lab work done, the doctor said, "What the hell are you eating?" I said, "Collard greens." Stop. My potassium was through the roof. So I had to cut back on the clothes. Should I put my glasses back on? Let me get my glasses on. Sorry. I'm not wasting any energy walking down this. Hey, just asking. Listen, be strategic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not washing any energy. Yep, I don't waste no energy. That drink is beside my bed. Be on the transplant list. Okay, yeah, that is.
And that's I can tell you, man, that being on a transplant list, I don't even understand. I'm not gonna even get into that. It just seemed like with all the people that ain't here no more, it'd be a bunch of organs, but I guess they all ain't good. I don't know. I'm not gonna touch on that because I'm not a medical guy, but it just really make me wonder.
Right. And the reason why I cut back on drinking also,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing I feared the most on my diabetes journey is being forced to take dialysis. That's the one thing I never want to do is be on dialysis. Look at God. Mr. Rock, yes, that growth was getting older, and my birthday is October 31st. That's right.
So you was on dialysis too?
Never. No, never.
Oh.
If I keep doing what I'm doing, it could end up me being on dialysis. So that's why I need to cut back.
Okay, so then yours said they're real. I know I've heard of 19 Crimes. I've seen it, actually. I've seen them. And they're not sweet sticks.
Okay, good. I gotta try it out then.
And she know her Event Yours know her stuff, man.
Okay.
She knows. So if she say something, you could take it free. I just had to check because but I knew the 19 Crime when I saw that prison and hold up, man. Kind of wine they over there talking about, man. I got to go over there and look at some of the replays.
Right. I thought it was liquor, to be honest with you. The Snoop Doggy Dogg one, I thought that was liquor. I had no idea that was considered wine.
I think he got a liquor too, something about some kind of gin. I think him and Dre came out with.
Well, I could never drink gin. That gave me a headache.
That's all I used to be able to afford was gin. So now, do you have any regrets in life?
No, never.
No regrets. Okay. I only have one. I wish I would have joined the Navy 1 year earlier because the fun I had, and then they paid me to travel, party, and a little bit of work. It was the best job I ever had. I ain't gonna lie. If I take the amount of working compared to the amount of traveling and partying, I didn't work a lot.
Right.
Man. So,
but no, I really don't have any regrets in life. Good, bad, wrong, whatever happened bad in my life, I don't regret. Again, I was never forced to do anything that I did not want to do. I grew up in a household. I always had plenty. I mean, Christmas in my parents' house. I mean, my mother showered us with gifts. But back then, things were a little different. But she was also strict. So I had a good life overall. No complaints.
So you have to be, and I'm gonna ask this question, and I got to grab my phone. I lost my phone, and I don't know if I'm listening. You have to be the only person. I ain't saying nobody else has done it, but I haven't seen it. That did a live stream in the bathtub, like not just in the tub with no camera. You was in the tub.
In the tub, ass butterball naked. And I was in the tub because I took a shower. I shaved the front. My left testicle was itching, everybody.
Man, I'm going to get my phone. Tell them about it.
Sorry.
No, you all right? Go ahead.
Now, you all know how I am now. I told you I'm TMI. I'm going to tell you something. If I didn't have this full-time job, you guys would be thoroughly entertained. Hold up. Can I say it or not say it? I better not say it. What happened? Rod, you all right? Uh-oh. Did we lose Rod? Sorry, y'all.
No, I'm here, Sticks. I told you when you started talking, I was going to get my phone. I hear you.
Oh, I was going to say stop telling that story. Oh, okay.
No, go tell that story, man. Tell them about it.
You know, I had somebody, they did not appreciate me being in the tub, but I'm like, but on regular TV, You got people having same-sex sex. You have people beating their wives. You have people molesting kids. I mean, all the stuff you see on TV that our kids watch, that we watch. I'm in the tub. You couldn't tell I was naked, so I don't know why that was a problem. But on my channel, you guys, I really, really keep it very, very real. I don't judge anybody. I don't mind being judged because, you know, I'm older now. I don't care. I be honest with you all. I have to be very blunt. I really don't give a flying fuck what anybody say about me. Keep my name on your tongue. That keeps me relevant. So you are free to judge and talk about me. I don't care. When you pay the bills up in this house, you matter. Until then, I don't care.
All right. I'm back, man. I had to hurry up, get back, man. I heard it. I didn't know what you might say. I found my phone, though. In the crazy
sometimes
I don't had anything here. So, yeah, everybody would let you know I was just getting my phone.
Gotcha.
But it just blew my mind that I saw you do that. And I thought it was cool because, again, you was just being yourself. You were not worrying about what the people had to say or thought. Let me take this off here.
I got to tell you a funny story.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
So during COVID, everybody, let me see how I don't care. So I was facilitating the meeting for work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to the bathroom, do number 2. So I said, everybody, at this time I was on my house phone. I said, everybody, look, I'm sorry. I have to go to the bathroom, but you all are coming with me. I took that phone to the bathroom, everybody. 5 people in my job heard the toilet flush. They heard me pass gas. They heard everything coming out. To this day, that's still a joke that we joke about. They said, we cannot believe that you actually did that on the phone with us. I said, well, now you know, we all do it.
That's why I don't trip, man. If everybody do it, it's no surprise me. Now, if I'm the only person that do something, that's maybe when I get a little secretive or a little concerned. But if everybody do it, and they say you so did, wow, everybody know about that. I don't think I'm gonna pay. I don't think I'm gonna check out that episode stick. So I think I might.
And I've been in the tub several times. I did several videos from the tub on my channel. That's not the first one. That was like probably the 7th one.
Wow. And you don't get any, like, I know you get some flack for some of your videos, but do you get a lot of people in your comments saying, I can't believe?
Nope. I get a lot of good feedback.
You know, maybe
hold on. One thing though. Sometimes my viewers, okay, let me say this, everybody. Anybody can be a content creator, but everybody should not be one. Let's start there first. And I look at my comments, and I said this once on Zen Sunday. When you look at a comment, are you happy or are you angry? If you're angry, you're going to read attitude in that comment. But if you are a happy person and life is good, I don't read nothing bad in the comment. Sometimes what you consider bad, it could be constructive feedback. You know a nasty comment when you see one, but some comments, depending on your emotion, it may be viewed as constructive feedback or nasty. It all depends on our comments are interpreted based on an emotional state. At that point in time, we are reading that comment.
Yep.
So I don't read too much in the comments. Hell, I do shit in my channel just to shock the hell out of people, just to get a reaction to get you talking. That's what I do on my channel.
And if you, I mean, I'm not doing it right now, but if you're really good, people in America tend to love drama.
Yeah. Now,
So
you won't get this from me. You won't get no drama.
if I say something that I know gonna rattle some nerves, I'm just gonna get more involvement, engagement, whatever you want to call it, you know. So, but what I can't stand, and I'm gonna say this because I know you said you had to go to the restroom, and I'm just talking. I'm not talking to nobody in here. I'm just saying this for anybody watching the replay because this seemed like a cool crowd in here.
Oh, you're good.
If you're on a live stream or in watching the video, let's say a live stream, and you hear something you don't like, just leave.
Right.
Just leave. I mean, you don't have to put it all in the comments and try to put attention to yourself. Because if I see it, I'm gonna probably skip it.
Right. Right.
You know, and I'm gonna make you more madder. But don't bring everybody down. Just like Stick said, you may be having a rough day. And the same that goes with the content creator. If you're having a rough day and you have a live schedule, there's no penalty for rescheduling. Don't bring your audience or your viewers down. It goes both ways. It's a two-way.
Yes, it does. It does. I agree.
So, That's just a little bit of note I can get. So yeah, 26. I don't know what that number is, but hey, shut this thing out. Y'all Sticks, you gotta go to the restroom.
Nope, I'm good.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard you say
I'm in no rush, brother. Listen, we can stay as long as we can do a marathon interview.
Oh no. I ain't doing no more marathons. The Big Yours and Fats and Tree and the Nichols and Just Asking for a Friend and TJ's Destiny. I had all kind of. I ain't doing that for no time. But I do want to say this, y'all. If you're here right now and you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, man. We're trying to get at least, I don't know, 50 likes, 100 likes on this live stream. And go and check out Sticksncharge.
Thanks, bro.
You'll hear me just call him Sticks. If you look for him on the internet, his channel has been dropped a couple of times. Sticksncharge. I love reading stuff like this. I'm having a good time. That's what I'm talking about. We got 26 thumbs up. I appreciate it. We need about 24 thumbs up, people. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Matter of fact, call that person that you ain't talked to in a while. Just say, hey, I know we ain't talked, but go watch this channel. We ain't about to talk now either. And just have them come and tap in. So, but Sticks, man, looking at everything that I've heard you say you accomplished, and then I look at the things you've been through, you know, diabetic, you were born and you thought you were white. Now then you realize you were black. and having that big home. What has been, out of everything you've done, what has been your biggest accomplishment?
Passing that CPA exam.
Wow.
That was the hardest test I've ever taken in my life. That was a 2-day exam, 8 hours a day. I took it in Timonium, Maryland, near Baltimore.
Wow.
Out of all of my education credentials that I got, that was by far the hardest, because that CPA exam has 4 parts to it. You have tax, law, reporting, and auditing. Very hard. And I studied for that exam, drinking coffee, drinking beer, drinking a rum and coke. That's what I did.
And you said you took the exam and you had a buzz.
Well, no, that morning I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't, you know, I had to make sure that mine was, you know, okay.
Gotcha.
But when I was studying for the exam, I was drinking. Yeah. And I'm going to be very clear about it. I made a lot of sacrifices in my life. I made a lot of sacrifices. A lot. I made sacrifices that you all would never think that somebody would do, but I did it. Sometimes in life, you have to make sacrifices to get to where you want to get to next, you know, and it's okay to sacrifice. But I think my sacrifice, I took a big hit in my life. I took some huge sacrifices, but it's okay. Because look at where I am now. I'm so thankful to make that sacrifice. There you go, Grateful. That's right. Be strict.
Now, I have a question, man. Do you, growing up, did you have anyone in your family or anyone that was close to your family that said to you, or maybe your mom or whatever, that you wasn't gonna make it? You wasn't gonna be that person that you are today, and it slowed you down. Did you experience that?
Yes, but not from my mother or my father. My mother raised us tough. Mm-hmm. My mother was very strict. So back in the day, parenting was different back then. We were raised, you always do better than us. That's mother and father say, no, told all 4 of us, do better than us. They made sure that we did not grow up like they did. They made sure we had everything that we needed. They prepped us. But when you turned 18, you was leaving mama's house. Whether you're going to be a prostitute, go to college, go to the army, you was getting out of her house. Staying there was not an option. But she instilled in us to do better. Now, the naysayers came about when I entered the, corporate America. Mm-hmm. People told me that I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. People questioned my accounting abilities. But when I proved them wrong, and in some cases, I had to keep proving myself because I was young. I had to keep proving myself. My ex-bosses took the CPA exam 7 times and have never passed it. I took it and passed it. So in their mind, like, how in the hell did you pass it, but I couldn't pass it? That's what they were saying. You know, in their mind, that's what they were thinking. But I passed it. And because they couldn't pass it, they thought I couldn't pass it. I passed that exam back in 1999, everybody.
Wow. And this is Grateful Heart saying, very smart guy. Sticks is. Sticks is a very smart guy. And I asked that question because over my lifetime, I've learned that the people that told me that I couldn't do something were the same people that were afraid to try.
Yep.
It wasn't that I couldn't do it. They were afraid to try, and they wanted to keep me from trying, I guess, to show that they couldn't. I don't know what the reasoning was, but you just said something, and my mom, and I'm sure it's a lot of parents or guardians or aunts and uncles or grandmas that told us that when you turn 18 or you graduate high school, you're getting out of my house. I was told the same thing. You either going to college, you going to work, or you're going to the military. In this day and age, in 2026, and we just started 26, we're going back to 25, and I'd say probably the last decade. But speaking of today, does that still hold true today like it used to? Do we need to tell the youth of today, are they ready? Are they equipped? Are they mentally prepared to go out at 18?
No. I'll tell you why.
Why? Please do.
Because in America, I'm being very blunt, the school system has failed these children. I don't understand this concept, teaching to a fucking test. Why are we making it? I want us in America, I can only speak America because that's where I live. Stop catering to these young people's feelings. Teach the parents, you too, parents are just as guilty as the school system. Stop giving your kids the answer and the solutions. Let them figure things out. I think what's happening now, we are handicapping our children because we're so we want to give in to their emotional whatever. We want to cater to their emotional needs. That's a bad thing. They're not equipped for the world. That's why all these kids they're not able to be social. They don't know what good manners is. They don't know how to communicate. This is not parenting or communication. That's what's missing. You sit up here, you give your kids all these gifts, give them the world, but the world is not going to give your kids the world. The world's going to show your kids, your mama gave you that. We're not going to give you that.
I grew up in a small town in Arkansas. 6,091 people. That's what the sign said. I don't know how many people were really there. There was a railroad track. It separated the blacks from the whites.
Right.
Now I went to school with everybody.
Right.
We had one Asian family and one Hispanic family. And when I joined the Navy, one of my biggest challenges was diversity. Yeah. Because I wasn't used to diversity. I was used to growing up after school, all black. Yeah. At school, white, black. I didn't know about people, I knew about Asians, like, in certain countries, but I didn't know all the Asians, all the countries in Asia. So you're right when you say that, and the gifts and the stuff. I can say I don't think today's kids are ready to go out there. They're and we can blame it on parents because they give the kids the iPads. We can blame it on technology, but I think what we need to really blame it on is just. It's hard to go back, but
it's by design.
Are we talking?
It's by design.
When you say by design, elaborate a little bit.
Okay, so take the Bible out of it right now for a minute, okay? If you really, the world is transitioning to something that, we're not used to in our age group, okay? So you cannot control an educated population because they can think for themselves. If you want to manipulate and control your people, make them less educated. So the school system, so right now what's happening right now, this country wants to be like Russia. You cannot take educated people and try to take a bureaucratic society and make it a, like Russia. It doesn't work. So how you get around that is, let's not make education important. Because if I strip this down, I can use AI to do what I want it to do because they're making us dependent on technology. Because we don't have this anymore. Computers has really, even at my age and older, has made us actually dumber. Back in the day, we knew everybody's phone number by heart. Do you know anybody? Do you know all your friends' number by heart now? I don't. I know some. Back then, we didn't have this. We had this. This is getting weaker. The weaker this gets through generations, America is not going to be the same that we're used to growing up in. Because it's going to come a point in time where it's going to be very easy to manipulate. Look at the news. It's easier to manipulate people who don't know. Just like on the news, when a government wants to put something out there, whether it's true or false, doesn't matter. But the thing is, how do you grasp what the government is saying? Do you really understand what that means?
You know, I can say that I know my grandparents and my great grandparents and my parents chopped cotton. They worked in cotton fields.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my mother saying
right.
whoever they is,
right,
can take this and they can take that and they can take the third, but they can't take what you have up here. And my younger brother and I both embraced it tightly, you know. And she told us, he's 3 years younger than me, so he don't remember a lot of this.
Right,
but
right.
She told us, I want y'all to be able to function on the street corner, and I want you to be able to function in the boardroom.
Yep.
Now, going back to what they're teaching people in school, what they taught me in school,
right,
in some instances, and I went to school, say 70s, graduated in 87.
Right.
What they taught me in school is not totally applicable to today. Yet, I don't give a damn who fought a war in 1812.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
Anything done on 1812, I want to know how can I get 1,812 different companies.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care about, but are they teaching financial literacy? No. Are they teaching parenthood? Nope. Because it's too we can't talk about this. We can't talk about that. They got rid of home ec in school. Hell, we need home ec.
Right.
You know, they got rid of the future farm leaders of America. I remember that the future business leaders of America. Some states don't even have those organizations in their schools anymore.
They don't.
But everything seems to be moving ahead, yet education is stagnant.
It is.
Education is standing still while the country and the world is. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get on, you can go over there to Chat GPT and figure out how to make a thumbnail and all that good stuff. Right. But if you don't go to somewhere and read, I can't stand reading a book, but I read a website all day.
There you go.
Week 6.
Yeah.
You know, and I would tell you, I don't like that little saying, the parents, kids raising the parents, and I don't like hearing that, but let's stop being our kids' friends. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say always be the parent,
right?
But there are ways. Hell, if a kid, I'm telling you right now, Sticks, if you agree, disagree, tell me. If a kid can figure out Instagram, Lord knows if they can figure out TikTok, I can't figure that out, and I got a degree. If they can figure that out, they can learn anything. It's do they want to learn? Sticks, you agree or disagree?
I agree. But the laws got to change too, because when society allows kids to do certain things because they don't get punished for it, kids know, they know how this crap works. But the one thing that's missing today for everybody, regardless of your age, we need more emphasis on emotional intelligence. In this society, we need emotional intelligence right now, because that's what's missing. You're a grown person. Why are you getting so angry about a minute issue? Now, people always tell me, how do you speak like that? You answer the question because I'm well trained at work. Let's start there first. Training is the best way. It doesn't matter whether you're at work or at home. Always take training, everybody. I don't care who gets the training. Training is good for your character. It's good for your mental, experience. It's just an all-around good tool to help you learn different things, become a better person. I'm big on education. It's very important.
Sticks, I'm telling you, man, I have yet to do a live stream, period, on any of my channels, any of them, where I didn't learn something yet. And tonight is no different. I
Exactly.
never thought about, it's by design that a lot of this is happening.
It is. Yeah.
If you take this away, the control
Yes.
has shifted. And I'm trying to say this in a certain way.
Right. I got you.
Never thought that.
Right.
Thought
You know,
about
I tell people, I think a lot of times we know not the answer, but I think we're so scared to go beyond what we see. I keep telling people, in your life, you don't look at life through your eyes. Look at it through your mind. Because your eyes can deceive you. Sometimes what you're looking at, that's not what you're seeing. What's that saying? You know how people say, what's that saying that, you know how, I just had it on my mind. I want to say it. It's not what you say, it's what you don't say. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you don't say anything, how do you know what they're saying, what they're not saying? You got to interpret it and extrapolate that in what's not coming out or what is coming out, the part that's not being said.
And that's wow, man. Shit.
The nonverbal communications is very important. So that's a nonverbal.
It's extremely important. It's so important.
Yes, it is.
That, okay, you hear a lot of times people will, a young person or a child will have an issue, and you'll hear it, not necessarily the parent. It could be the teacher, it could be the parent, it could be a relative, it could be anybody said, wow, I never knew that.
Yep.
That's because you didn't listen to the nonverbal communication. And you're not going to listen with your ears, ladies and gentlemen. You have to watch them.
Yes.
You have to see how they're moving, how they're reacting to certain things. If they're separating themselves from everyone, if they're secluding themselves.
Right.
I'm a grown man, and when I went through something, the first thing I sought was seclusion. I didn't want to be around people. I don't care about your age. That's typically maybe your first sign.
Right.
And this nonverbal communication that Sticks just mentioned, man, dude, y'all, in case y'all don't know, I don't drop gems or nuggets in the night. I ain't really dropping nothing. I typically drop boulders. I'm gonna hit you right upside the head with some real good information, but I don't have to do it tonight. I have the night off because Sticksncharge is dropping boulders for your shoulders tonight. He is speaking so much truth. And once again, brother, I want to thank you for being here. We're not ending at this moment, but
please don't end it. I'm ready. I can go a minute, long as you want me to.
Y'all, he just said that 3 times, y'all. So if I got to go to the little boy's room, blame it on Sticks, because he just said it. We can be here as long as you order, Rod. Y'all, that's telling me Sticks trying to keep me on here. But as long as we're talking real deal stuff, I'll stay on here. And right now, man, what Sticks is saying, and that's a lot of times, I want to touch on something else. Sticks, please elaborate.
Okay.
We think we know everything and we shut our minds down. I'm that guy that I know a little bit about a whole lot of stuff. Right. With that being said, I didn't say I know a whole lot of stuff about a few things or a whole lot of stuff about a lot. I said I know a little bit about a whole lot. That means I have room to grow. I want to constantly be learning.
Right.
And how can you be a teacher? Ooh, I'm about to hit somebody upside the head. I guess I am dropping boulders.
Come on, drop it.
How can you be a teacher when you're still a student yourself?
Easy.
How can you parent? How can you be an uncle or an aunt or a grandparent when you can't even answer a simple question without some letters and all these little symbols they got now? But that some kind of way, I feel like the children have taken over and we're conforming to them. I mean, I don't know how this happened, boy. I wish I could say some of the stuff that I hear people say to their parents now, to my mom and dad.
I'll be 6 feet under if I say those things to my parents.
What if your parents told you go outside or take out the trash? Y'all do it when the TV show go out. Boy, I tell you what happened in my house. The TV going off and it ain't coming back on until my mama felt like it. Then I'm still taking the trash out.
And don't forget about the belt or the switch or that backhand. Parents ruled the iron fist back then. Today it's different. Now it's child abuse. I'm like, child abuse, please.
But
I made me a better person. I didn't get hurt by it.
Can I take the parents' side for a little bit?
Go
No,
ahead.
I want to take the side of the parents. Just
Both sides are wrong and both sides are right. Everybody's to blame. So I'm not picking one over the other.
Yeah, because I'm one of those people. The first thing I want to do is point my finger at the parent. That kid acting up because of the parent. But how many parents out there may be overworked? Mm-hmm. How many parents out there may be stressed out? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody out there think that pay is equaling the cost, we all know that ain't happening. So if that parent, you got this child that's over here trying to maybe be educated or whatever, and the parent is so stressed out and so worried because how are we gonna pay bills? How am I gonna get? Don't even bother mentioning if it's a single parent, a single father, or a single mother, whichever one it may be. Now instead of two, it's one sitting over here saying, how? And yeah, you created a child. We all know all that old good stuff, but sometimes a parent may be overwhelmed, and damn, a village, a community,
right,
a culture. We always talk about do it for the culture. Let's do it for the whole culture for real. Let's get together. And then I know I've done live streams, I've done videos, I've done interview where people say, well, I want to do this, I don't want to do that. Or in this day and age, if you say something to somebody else's kid, you got to fight the parent. Right. They don't want you saying under the kids. So it's a lot of variables. What do you think, Sticks?
It's societal. It's our society. It's the judicial system, because the laws make it impossible for parents to raise their kids. The law makes it impossible for the school system to flunk kids who should be flunking and pass those who should pass. There's not a one person to blame. It's everything. It's a vicious circle. It's a continuous process. You just can't fix one part of this problem. The whole thing has to be fixed. Parenting, judicial, the school system, society, it's all those things. The child support, if you're a single parent, all that stuff is broken. Everything is broken. And when it's broken, guess what? Again, it goes back to now I can control you. I got you right where I want you because you need me, and I can manipulate you. You know, everything about the world today is broken because we are broken people who have not picked ourselves up and put ourselves back together. We all got broke. I got broken pieces in my life. We all do. The question here is, are you cognizant of what those pieces are? And are you willing to face it and fix it?
I want to read this. Grateful said, my daddy sure enough took it out on us. Grateful, you got to tell me where you're from. I could read that and I'm going to say, I think, but I want to make sure. And mother did as well. Be frustrated with daddy and took it out on me. And that's what happens a lot of time. And that's what I'm saying, you know.
Generational stuff too. That's part of all of it too.
And, you know, sometimes talking to someone, now you got to talk to the right someone. I talked to a therapist and it actually helped.
Right.
But and I learned some stuff about myself, and I also learned some stuff about misconceptions that I had. Like I was in the military and I thought PTSD was only military people. I didn't know that something that happened as a child could be PTSD.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Or something that happened with your parents could be PTSD. A death could be PTSD that had nothing to do with no military. And I'm like, hell, I'm sure we all got PTSD then. I mean, and I wasn't joking. I mean, once I listened to this, I'm like, everybody got PTSD probably. And but the whole time, Sticks, I thought it was only.
I did too. I thought it was military only. Can I see one thing?
Yeah, you can say everything you want to say. You the one trying to make this a marathon. Say,
no.
When you said I'm going to the restaurant, I'm just putting my avatar up. That way I can hear you. Okay.
All right. The one thing, I'm glad you said that. Now, this is the one thing I don't understand. People are people, right? You know, times are different. So my question here is, the things that existed back then existed today. It's just that we gave it a fancy name. So my question here is, back then we had the same thing. It wasn't called that, but we got through it. But see, now I think we're catering to the problem instead of addressing it. I just don't understand why the world. Well, I don't know. I just think it's crazy how things are. I wish things were back in the olden days where parents can really raise their kids without any, negative consequences from the judicial system. It's getting worse, you all. It's getting worse and worse. And again, I'm gonna say it. I still think people need emotional intelligence. We do a lot of emotional intelligence training on my job. We do it every year. I think they should offer it in school. And I think kids should not be on any social media platform, because I think these social media platforms are poisoning these young people's minds, because you can't just parse out stuff that's child appropriate versus not child appropriate. Because if it's on social media and a kid clicks on something, nothing's going to stop them from like assessing that or accessing that information or that video, whatever it may be. I don't know. And that's no right or wrong answer to anything. And again, I think we all think differently. My point of reference is based on how I was raised in my environment. Everybody's environment is different. Everybody was raised differently. How I was raised is not the right way or the wrong way. That's just how my parents did it. Because there's no book on how to be a parent, how to be a student, how to be an aunt or uncle or whatever. There's no book about life. There's no book that tells you how to live your life. Your life is your life. You're going to encounter a lot of stuff that you don't have experience with. But hopefully you have enough common sense and experience and guidance from your parents, through your upbringing. They will instill some morals inside of you to help you navigate through those experiences, good or bad.
Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that. I got lost.
But, you good.
Quick question, man. Well, I guess it ain't no quick question, but a question. What are your thoughts on manifestation, like manifesting things into existence?
I believe in it. I believe self-affirmations and manifestations are very, very important, because the mind is a powerful tool. It's a powerful organ. I think that mind, just like when you do good deeds, I still feel that we are still connected by energy. I think whatever you put out there, whatever it is, it's coming back to you either the same way or it might come back to your kids. I still feel that anything that we do in this world, and we all guilty, because we all gonna play the villain and the good person. That's just human nature. I do believe you should manifest what you want in your life. Because think about it. When you pray to God and ask for something, isn't that manifestation?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same concept. So we should always do it. Why not? When you ask God, or whatever you believe in, I want X, Y, and Z, that's manifested out of your mouth something that you want to achieve. Same concept to me. That's how I see it. So I think it's very good. I think it's needed.
I'm not going to say I didn't believe in it. I didn't manifest things.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I was manifesting things. I said what I wanted and I said what I was going to do, but I didn't know I was manifesting it. Mm-hmm. And going back to YouTube, and one of the greatest gifts for me, I can't speak for everybody else, is manifesting something and watch it happen.
Right. Yes.
I never had an idea that I would retire from the military, because I was anti-military when I went to college.
Right.
They told me I had to take ROTC, and I went to a HBCU, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
Okay.
I went to school, but I didn't go to class, so that didn't last but a year. Mm-hmm. And then I was back in my hometown. Mm-hmm. And I told the guy at ROTC, you may as well give me an F. If I wanted to join the military, I would have went to the recruiter, not college.
Right.
That's how much against it I was.
Right.
I ended up going to the place I was against, and I said, well, if I'm here, I may as well be the best I can be. Because my mom always said, if you're going to be, whatever you're going to be, just be the best
at it. Amen.
And after retiring, and then I said, okay, I retired from that at 39. And I said, well, I don't know. I set a goal to retire at 55. That's when I retired at 53.
Okay, that's good.
but I'm still working. I'm on YouTube, but that's it. This is all I do. When I got on YouTube, not knowing I was going to be retired at 53, I said, I want to be the Tyler Perry of YouTube. I want to have channels, and I don't want people to get tired of me.
Right.
But as long as I'm educating, as long as I'm motivating, and as long as I'm elevating, I should be all right.
You'll be all right. Amen.
Now, if I'm on here clowning and acting a nut on 15 different channels, that ain't gonna last long.
I don't know now. These days, I don't know. You might go viral. I'm just saying.
You ain't lying. I'm so close to going to get me something to help me out. I'm going to get me something, but man, we got a request, and y'all, my schedule is getting tight, but I'm like Tommy, I ain't got no job, man. I'm like Tommy on Martin, I ain't got no job, so this might be possible. Sticks, we got a special request, man.
Okay.
Let me read this. Make it a plan every time, Mr. Rod. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Rika. Am I saying this right? Is it?
It's Karika.
Karika. Man, why people? She told me too. She did say Rika. She told me to Rika.
Yeah, Karika.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I think they should go live every Friday. Great information. That's a request.
Hey, don't. Hey, look. You know.
Hey, y'all. Okay, if I go live with Friday on Sticks, I may as well cancel Saturday and Sunday because I'm gonna be tired of sleep. You gonna have me on there all night. But you know what? That right there is a compliment, and I want to thank you, because when you have someone that say they should go live every Friday, that means they're getting something out of what's being said. And y'all notice, I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I'm learning about this interview, this live stream today, there has been a no judgment zone here. We've cursed, we've said how we feel, we've been ourselves, we've been honest, and now through all that, people want to see us every Friday.
But we're respectful. That's the key. It's respect.
Respect.
Always keep it respectful. It's okay to have a difference of opinion, but keep it respectful.
Speaking of which, how can we tell these youth to be respectful when we out here acting a fool our damn selves?
Exactly. You can.
You can, but they probably ain't gonna listen.
You know what? We got into a place where we had no morals. Back in the day, people were proud. They had morals, they had values, they cherished things. I don't see that anymore. And it's so sad that how can you think that, and take spirituality out of it, because to me, morals are morals. This society, you know right from wrong. If a 2-year-old child knows right from wrong, but you don't address that wrongdoing by that 2-year-old, they know what they're doing. These kids are smart. They plan the system because they know they can get away with it. That's the problem. And then those same kids, when they keep getting older in their adult years, they continue on that same thing. And then whoever they bring up, their kids, going to have the same type of mentality. CJ, what's going on, cuz? How you doing?
Hey, man, when I saw that name, y'all, that's got to be one of the dopest names and one of the truest names. It said, CJ, you stupid. Y'all go check out CJ and Sharice. This is another brother.
And it fits him, too.
That don't sugarcoat. He going to tell you what he feeling. Yeah. You got to wonder what he thinking. He going to tell you.
That's right. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, man, you know, going back, I'm a firm believer, Sticks. I was about to say, CJ, I'm a firm believer. You know, you said these kids are smart and playing the system. I'm a firm believer that every child that is born intelligent. It's what they see and what they learn. There's not. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't saying blame nobody and don't blame nobody, but I will say that while we blaming all the parents, I'm gonna do a little math. You don't need no calculator, no pens and pencils. It's gonna be easy.
Right.
We have our kids. They go to school, let's say 7 in the morning. They get home at 3. That sounds like about 8 hours. If it ain't, I'm sorry. 8 hours at school. They have about 4 or 5 hours at the crib. For those of you in the back, that's at your house. And then they go to bed. They're spending 8 hours a day away from home, being influenced by other children, other people, who knows who along the way.
Technology.
Social media, because you ain't there. I don't care how many. Okay, let's take it a step further. You got all the control on your kid phone. You got the I'm under 13 control and they can't do this and they can't do that. But then they go to school and get with little Johnny or little Susie who ain't got no controls on their phone and they doing the exact same thing you thought they wouldn't be doing. Your kids are spending more time away from the crib than they are at the crib. So is it all on the parents?
I would say it's technology. It's not, it's everybody's to blame. Remember, technology, as I said before, the world is dumbing down the human race because technology is replacing this. You got AI doing all this stuff, Chat GPT, teach how to write. I mean, it does a lot of stuff for us. So once you become dependent on this, when this fails, what do you think you're going to have left?
I tell you what we're going to have left.
Uninformed society. That's what
I think we're going to have a bunch of dumbass people. That's what we're going to have.
Exactly. All ages.
Because right now, I catch myself, and my mother hated this. Like, if you mispronounce a word or use a wrong word, and I didn't understand. She ain't went to college a day in her life, but she wanted to tell us everything. I ain't never understand. But she was smart enough to go read. And I'll catch myself, I'm going to go live. I'm gonna, Gonna, and it's supposed to be, I'm going to go live. And I put myself in the habit of typing it out.
Right.
I ain't going to be one of them dumbass people with AI coming, you know, I'm just not, man. I ain't going to have them do no letter. They ain't doing no email because then what if AI shut down and I just got to email somebody to get a job? I'm going to be over here like, BRB, man, FAF.
Yep.
The YNs. You know what I'm saying? I'm have all this look. I ain't gonna get hired because I done depended on technology.
And we are
to take the play. You know, artificial intelligence ain't taking Rod's real mind. I'm just not letting it happen.
It's coming. Because think about it. If they took cursive out the school system, which I think is kind of crazy. Hey, Lacasia. So eventually, we're gonna be so dependent on AI to do everything. Not in our lifetime, but I think maybe not the next generation, but it's rapidly coming upon us. It's definitely going to change society. Just like we have cars that can drive themselves. Okay, like the mirrors. Like right now, we got mirrors on cars that back up, right? Back in the day, we didn't have mirrors on the cars. When you backed up, you relied on your eyes, the rear view mirror, and the side mirrors now, right? Now you got the camera. So technology is taking away the human aspect of, I'm gonna call it critical thinking, critical analysis. That's going away.
You know what, Sticks? I don't rely on them little cameras. I got cameras in my car.
I do. I drive fast.
I mean, no, them little backup cameras. Like I use my side mirrors in my rear view. I was at my favorite place in the whole wide world, Kroger, one day, and I was going to back out, and I looked in my mirror, and there was a little kid walking in front of his mother.
See,
my car did not beep, and I did not see that kid in that rear view camera that's on my screen on my dash. If I wouldn't have looked back, who knows how my life could have changed?
Yeah,
that's true. Second. So I'm just saying what I'm doing. Hey, y'all keep on messing with your cameras and letting the car drive. I got stuff in my car I don't even know what to do because I know everything I wanted to do. I wanted to drive. I wanted the signals to come on, windshield wipers to come on, and the windows to come down.
Right.
I don't care about the car. My car, it'll drive itself. It won't let me change lanes if I don't turn the signal on. I don't want all that because it's taking away control.
Right.
They call it a safety features, and it is safety. But how is that a safety feature if the rear view camera don't even see the kid behind?
Is it safe? Because there have been accidents on these, especially Tesla cars. There have been a lot of accidents.
It took me a long time to be able to drive. My parents told me no for years. I ain't giving that right up to no robot. I'm gonna drive till I can't drive no more.
Like I'm a Generation X. I am against Chat GPT. I'm not for that kind of platform. And the reason why I'm saying that, you have to respect my my generation, with Generation X. We come from a generation where we went to school so that we can do these things, right? Unfortunately, the school system today does not do that. So they need these tools in order to survive in this world. How many kids right now do you think from 12th grade all the way down can actually write a full book report in writing their own thoughts, their own handwriting? Very few.
Worse than that, how many people, what's the biggest fear in America? In case you don't know, I'm not going to even make this a test. One of the biggest fear in America is public speaking. Mm-hmm. Now, if they can't write a sentence, how are they going to get up and public speak? I'm not talking about being on YouTube. I'm talking about in front of people. And, I've learned through YouTube, I've always wanted to help people. And I used to tell one or two people at a time about investing, one or two people how I travel for free. Now I have opportunity to do it via the masses. Right. But what if I don't even sound like I'm making sense? I can't, even though I know what I'm doing, I can't convey that message to no one. And that's why I see how people going.
Right. I hate public speaking. It's the worst.
It's scary. I remember, but now
I do it though, for my job. I have to.
Now I do it now with no problem. But people don't believe I didn't even know this word existed, but I was an introvert. But back then I was shy. I was quiet. But now, and it's the truest thing. Nas sung the song. All I need is one mic. You give me one mic and probably a little StreamYard.
Right.
I feel like I can change the world.
If it's accounting, I can do it. But if you take me outside of my professional comfort zone, that's when things get, Stick Generation was at the last.
CJ, man. Why everybody always, you know what I like, I noticed about you, man, and getting back, I'm gonna reel this back in a little bit, is you always a good sport, man. You're always like, and CJ always coming at you too. But I tell y'all, and I want to give CJ and Sharice some love, and I did, but CJ wasn't in here. Sharice, I may have been in here then.
Yes, it was Sharice.
I met Sticks virtually through CJ and Sharice's channel.
Yep.
And it was ironic. Is that the only interview you've done? I know you've been all over live, but is that
no? I've just been on CJ and Sharice, and that's my first YouTube interview.
And this is your second, right?
This is my second.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
The first one he did was from a couple that's real, just like he is.
Okay.
The second one he's doing is from a person that's real, just like he is. And I'm looking at these numbers of how many people are here, and I can't see the likes and all that. But I'm looking at the camaraderie, and I look at the camaraderie of people when I go to CJ and Sharice, and I look at the camaraderie of the people when I go to MRTV and Cowboy and Meet and I, and all these various channels, and it ain't nothing but love.
All love.
Ain't nobody getting mad. Now you want to hear all the straightforward truthfulness, go to CJ and Sharice, MRTV and Cowboy, or any Points Blank channel, and ain't nobody mad. Nope. Ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody pissed off and upset.
And that's how it should be. That's what's called social media. We come
together. Not social anger.
Exactly.
It's social. Right. I'm going to go ahead and go off on somebody.
Social uproar. That's crazy.
Now, I got a question, man. What's the one thing you won't wear, man? I mean, out of all these crazy clothes they got now, what's the one thing you won't wear? I already know mine.
That's out now? Because back in the day, you would never see me no damn biker shorts. Hell no.
All right, well, back in the day, biker shorts.
Hell no. I'm already scanning. I look like a crackhead, a hungry crackhead. I don't, like, to me, there's certain things that's not meant for certain body types. But me, no matter what my body type is, I would never wear biker shorts out in public. No, never.
Mine is them damn skinny jeans, man. I don't understand it.
I don't wear stuff like that. No.
Yeah. And if you do, you do. I'm just saying. Sticks.
Now, what I don't like either is if you wear a suit, please take those damn Mickey Mouse socks off. That to me, that doesn't match.
Oh, you talking about them joke socks? You got a Mickey Mouse $1,000 suit on with some socks with Tweety Bird?
Yeah, I'm like, nah. Fashion, no for me.
Yeah. I could just see my father now if he was alive. I had on some Bugs Bunny socks with a suit and some nice shoes. So he could have a fit, man. He would, because he was a big shoe guy. You know, he
Right.
told me you have a $20 suit on. If you got some nice shoes, and they don't even have to be expensive. They shined up.
Exactly.
People
Right.
gonna look at you different. But if he saw them socks,
Nah. One of my coworkers, when I worked for this HMO, I forgot the guy's name, but he left the company and he brought me a gift. He brought me a, he bought, sorry, not brought, yeah, he brought me, well, he bought me a tie. And I loved the tie. So I put the tie on, I went to work. And keep in mind, I saw the tie, but I didn't see the tie. So I put it on. And my boss said, you need to take that tie off. I said, what's wrong with the tie? The tie is nice. The tie was a little boy peeing in a pond. I didn't know that. I still got that tie up. I think I still have that tie upstairs.
wow.
But the tie was but it was so nice. I didn't really pay attention to the symbol, whatever's on it.
And
I'm going to find that tie. I'm going to show you on Zen Sunday. I'm going to pull that on Zen Sunday. I think I still have it.
Yeah, you should, because I ain't never seen nothing like that where the tie got trying to make sure I didn't miss anything here.
Mhm.
Where the tie had a boy peeing. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was either peeing or fishing, but I think it's peeing. But I had to pull that tie back up. I would never forget that tie as long as I live. Never.
Now I got a question here, my man. What's something that you always wanted to accomplish, but you haven't yet? Or is there anything?
Yeah, I want to get a PhD.
Mm-hmm.
I have an MBA, but now I want a PhD.
In business or
taxation? I want a PhD in production management, but that's not a good idea because all the production jobs are overseas. So I'll probably get it in taxation, and I want to get it from an Ivy League school, like Duke, Harvard, Yale, one of those places.
Why the Ivy League school?
Personal choice. Always wanted it.
And y'all, you know, and that's a lot of times, and I think people are afraid to say that right now. Why do you want to do it? Personal choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not because that's the place to go there, or Stick's answer was what the people want to hear. It's simple, personal choice. I just always wanted to go. And with that being said, I'm gonna say, I believe you're gonna do it. You just come across to me as a man. If he says something, he put his mind to it, he's gonna do it.
Right now, that school is expensive. Those institutions. When I went to A&T for all 5 years, I was on campus 3 years, off 2 years. It was only $58,000 for all the years. Now you pay that per year in colleges.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. If anybody out there that's hearing and I'm not, I probably shouldn't say it. I'm gonna say what I did. I ain't gonna say nothing what y'all should do.
Right.
I only got my degree because my mother wanted me to get one. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get it when she wanted me to. I got it when I was ready.
That's what you should do.
Yeah. And I was ready at 48. I wasn't ready at 18. I was ready 30 years later.
Right. But you got it.
But Sticks just said a key point. There's so much money to go to college. I went to a school in San Diego, which was rather expensive. But I'm gonna tell you, for anybody out there right now, and you're looking at a child, you have a child coming upon graduation, the best education that I got initially up to my first 2 years, and I still could have went to an Ivy League school. Mm-hmm. I went to community college in San Diego. Some of the best education I ever got. And then I went on to a 4-year university. However, I didn't pay $1 for it. I didn't take out a student loan. I didn't get a Pell Grant. I was in the military. And there are so many brothers and sisters that are in the military that aren't taking advantage of this. I'm not telling nobody to have your child go join. I'm telling you, if you know someone that's already in there, make sure, I don't care what kind of class they're taking. Hell, I changed my major 3 times before I decided I wanted a business degree. I could have started there.
That's free training. People should take advantage of it. I don't know why they don't.
And it's just a matter of being aware.
Yes.
It's so much out there, man. But
fear. You said fear, like you said earlier, fear.
And we don't know.
Right.
And sometimes people aren't going to tell us. We can go out. You know what I've learned about my people? I'm not going to say my people,
Right.
African Americans.
Right.
If we want it, we can go get it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If we want it, we won't be denied.
Nope.
And I've noticed through time, if we stick together, there ain't ish we can't do.
Right. I agree.
The hard part of all of what I just said is just like going to the gym. It's starting.
Yes.
I'm not waiting on CJ. I'm not waiting on Sticks. I'm not waiting on no other man in here to start it. I'm going to start it. And if they start it, then fine. I'm going to join in.
And finish.
There you go, man. Yep. All right, now, we got about 3 more questions, man. I know you won't be on here about 5 hours, but I do have some other.
You can stay as long as you want. Look, I'm good, brother.
Man. Well, my watch hour said I need you to. It said you better do it, Rod. But
they do it.
So let's see here.
I'm enjoying this.
Going back to say maybe some of your peers that, or growing up, you're a 57-year-old Black man in America. What does it mean to you? And I don't know if you ever faced anything or anything, but what does it mean to you to be a 57-year-old successful Black man in America that could have faced, and you were born a year before I was,
okay, that
I'm sure has faced a lot of different adversity that people don't face now that are African-American young men. You know, it's expected now. How does it feel being a 57-year-old Black man that's made it in America?
Feels good with minor challenges. And the minor challenge is sometimes at work, I'm the only Black male at the table. Sometimes me being at the table, let me back up a minute. I think where things get dicey for me is I don't like to share my resume because I want to come across like I'm bragging. I remember I was asked to speak at a conference. So they wanted everybody's, business card. So when I gave one of the facilitators my business card, they looked at my business card, they said, oh, wow. Because they wanted to use our credentials on the PowerPoint, but because I had the most credentials, they decided not to do it. So sometimes being educated in America, sometimes it works against you. Sometimes it can work for you. It all depends on the situation. So I've been in situations where it did work in my favor, but other times it did not work in my favor. But it does feel good. I like being where I am right now. I don't, I work hard for my education. By the way, I have a Bachelor of Science in Accounting, I hold an MBA, and I hold 5 professional certifications. And I'm very educated. I know my stuff when it comes to accounting, and they know I know it. So sometimes you do come across me, as a Black male, sometimes it can be intimidating to other people. And also too, when I speak with not force, but I'm very assertive. I know my stuff. So sometimes when you know your stuff, let's face it, a lot of people are not good at their jobs these days. It's a shame that people do the bare minimum. Failure was not a success in Sticksncharge's book. I don't do mediocre work. I don't operate that way. I refuse, and tell anybody, anything you do in your life, give it your best. Don't settle for, I'm just going to just, do the bare minimum. That's not good. Because if that's how you show up in the world, when the world gives it back to you, mediocre, don't complain about it.
Wow, Sticks. You just took me back, man.
Yeah, that's how I live my life.
It's 2 things that I can recall about, not necessarily where I am today, but my journey. And I remember, I'm gonna use my brother first. He called me. I forgot our ages. I would say probably 30 and 27, maybe 35 and 32.
Okay.
And he said, "Hey, bro, my company want me to speak at a shareholders meeting.
Right.
What are your thoughts?" I said, what the hell you mean? What are my thoughts? They don't let dumbasses speak at the shareholders meeting.
Exactly.
They have plans for you. What I suggest you do it. I told him, being in finance, I told him what he need to look up, what he need to talk about. And he don't. We just had a conversation. He don't totally remember, but he did it as
Mhm.
a black. He was scared as I don't know what. Public speaking and a black man with a
Right.
small amount of, if any, there.
Right.
And he finished. And the CEO's wife, who wasn't black, came up
Mhm.
and he with tears in her eyes.
Mhm.
And she said, I've never had someone move me the way you moved me when you just spoke.
That's good.
And she looked at her husband
Mhm.
and said, you better find a spot for this man in this company. I don't care where it is. And it
Okay.
better be somewhere near the top. Well, a couple of decades later,
Mhm.
he's still associated with this guy. And this dude,
Good.
my brother's making, I'm not going to get in this bit. He's not hurting. I'll put it
Right.
like that. But
Gotcha.
then
Mhm.
I remember being in the Navy and going back to that,
Mhm.
a blessing and I guess a curse. I was in on a ship and this guy, I don't even know his nationality. He wasn't
Mhm.
white. He wasn't,
Right.
I don't know what he was, but he wasn't black.
Mhm.
And he said, I was an E7, I was a chief. Hey, chief, man,
Mhm.
I just noticed someone. So what's that? He was like, you're the only black person in here. I looked up and I really had, I said, oh, snap. You're right, huh? I guess it's good I'm in charge, huh? Now get your ass whooped. You know? And
Rod in charge.
but you're right how you're looked at different and you can't be feared if you have so much knowledge, you know. But it just blew my mind just looking at the things we've talked about today, man. And you and I could go on for hours. And I'm gonna tell you right now, in front of how many 17 real homies in the crib, but I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button.
Okay.
Last count I saw, we had 27 likes, man. Let's get this up to about 50 if we can. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Sticks, the door is open anytime you want to come here, man. It take me about 15 minutes to set up a live. We ain't got to schedule,
Okay.
we ain't got to promote it. If we want to just get together, you did me like that. I came over to TikTok. You said, Rod, you want to come on up? I got to tell you all this story, man. I would have had so much fun on Sticks' TikTok. About 30 minutes later, I got Froggy and went live on my own TikTok.
TikTok is fun.
But I ain't know nothing about it, y'all. I was like the best investment live I ever did. It didn't save because they didn't tell me. I didn't ask Sticks that somebody had to save it and all this other. Something they told me, and some other guy told me.
Yeah.
Man, I say that to say, man, this is the person. This is the type of person Sticks is, where just his energy when I went to his channel made me want to go try something I didn't even know how to do. Didn't even have a clue about.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh man, you know, they putting the pressure on the Sticks. First of all, I want to read what the Nichols say. Y'all keep in mind the Nichols will be in the house tomorrow. Points Blank Experience, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5:35. I only do 5:35 because I already know I'm gonna be at least 5 minutes late. That's why they always got a 5. I'm telling you, and Sticks will tell you, I was late getting to the pre-time that we had. I was 5 minutes late for that, so I knew I was gonna be late for the start. But
it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Give it y'all. But right here, man, we got another request. Please don't let this be the last conversation. Hey, Grateful. You just maybe this is. I think she said something about some daughters or something, but it's just Rod, man. I'm just a regular dude, contrary to belief. I'm just a simple guy, down to earth that like to have fun. I don't think I'm better than anybody.
Yeah.
I'm a confident person. And tap in, because when I do my first real talk with Rod, everybody's gonna hear. I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it for everybody to hear why I'm so cocky, so confident, borderline cocky.
Right.
It's the reason behind it. And I had to put myself in that position or I wouldn't be where I am today.
Right.
So now
confident, not cocky. This is the word confident. You're confident.
Yeah, I'm a confident individual. Yeah, I mean, you know, and I think more of us need to be confident because I would tell y'all I'm my biggest distraction. And at one point in my life, no one could talk me out of doing something better than I could.
Right.
We talk ourselves out of being great, ladies and gentlemen. We can say they don't want us to be great, but in reality, we don't want us to be great. We don't want ourselves to be great because oh, I can't do that. It costs too much money. I can't do that. It's too much time. I can't do that. We can do what we want to do. It's just we really want to do it.
Give yourself that broke mentality. Save that money up. You can do it. I'm telling you. But I will say this in my career, everybody, and I gotta be honest. I had some great white people who actually are the force behind my career. I still talk to them today. I had a boss. He took me on 3 or 4 jobs. When he left, he grabbed me. Wow. The job I'm working in right now, my boss snatched me up and brought me over. So what I'm trying to, the moral of the story here is, take your color out the equation when you are good. Nobody cares what the hue of your skin is. What they care about is, can you deliver and perform that job professionally and good? Can you be one of those people where you can work independently? Can you finish a project by yourself? You know, that's what people are looking for. That's what I'm saying. Mediocre does not work for me. It can't work, because if that's how I live my professional career, I would not be in this seat right now. I wouldn't.
You know, someone said earlier, about probably an hour ago, Sticks, that you have to make a plan, stick to the plan. And I'll tell y'all, man, one of the biggest things that will help us is thinking outside the box, thinking ahead. You know, I tell people I stay 2 steps ahead. I remember had a live stream schedule. I lost power only on my block. And instead of crying and folding up and whimpering and said, I can't do this, I went to a hotel right up the street, told the dude what was going on, told him I was about to go live. I had about 20 minutes. And whatever I had to do, we could discuss, but I really need to go live. He let me do it.
That's good.
You know, it's just a matter of thinking ahead. You know, I'm not going to let this rock stop me or this obstacle stop me. And I'm going to either go around it, over it, under it, whatever I got to do to get to my end goal. And Sticks, I'm just loving talking to you, but they trying to set us up, man, just asking for a friend, which is part of the executive team saying, yes, it's great listening to you too.
I love this kind of talk. I really, you know, I have 6 accountants who report to me. And this is a true story. I remember one day on Teams, we had a meeting. We were all teleworking. When over half my team broke down and started crying on that Teams meeting, I'm like, you caught me off guard. They gave me the highest praise. At work, everybody wants to work on my team. So the moral of the story is this: take all your fancy titles, take your income, take all that stuff off the shelf. What people care about is, do you care about them? What kind of leader? No, what kind of person are you? Because we're all leaders, right? What kind of person are you? Are you one of those people that's conniving, that they lie, steal, and cheat? Or are you very, you operate with integrity? You're very honest. That's what people want. But unfortunately, people lack integrity these days also, and that's bad.
You know, integrity. I know in the Navy it was honor, courage, and commitment. Those were our core values.
Right.
And I'll tell y'all, man, y'all see the fun loving rod on here or whatever, the like to laugh. In the military, I was pretty tough. And I had a simple thought process. Right. One person out here could make me lose my life, so I had to be tough.
As I get
up in rank, you know. But the biggest medal or honor I ever received, it wasn't a medal at all. It was the people that I was the hardest on that I heard talking when they thought I wasn't listening. Oh man, I can't stand that butthole. Oh, he's such a beep. I got calls from a guy that if I could have fired him, if we was at a regular job, I'd have fired him.
Right.
But in the military, you couldn't fire anybody. And he called me one day and he said, hey man, no, he hit me on Facebook and asked for my number. I sent him my number. And he said, you know, I just want to thank you because of you and the way you were. I'm now the director of operations.
That's good.
At the San Francisco International Airport. I said, what? Remind me to never fly into that joint there because I might not make it. But we joked about it. And after that, I remember a guy, I cursed him out and he told me, he said, I don't appreciate you cursing me. And I told him, read my lips. And I cursed him out again. And
you honest?
So he passed away since then, but he was the head of cybersecurity for a major government contractor. And we get those calls. And more than any dollar amount, probably more than hitting the lottery, I must
Wow.
be tripping. I need to drink some more coffee or something. But seriously, more than hitting the lottery, hearing that and
Wow.
knowing that I impacted someone else, it just meant the world. So
You never know who's watching.
I say that all the time, man. And that's, you
Right
know,
now, we don't know who's watching. And, you know, we can be, like you said earlier, we are impacting somebody. We might not know who you are, but somebody's being impacted by this discussion.
and that's all we
Thanks, just asking for a friend. I appreciate it.
If you reach one, you know, we say it. We got all these cliches that we say, you know, reach one, teach one, and all that. But seriously,
Yeah.
I look and it's some guy. I'll see guys out there, young men, and I don't try to preach to them because they don't want nobody to preach to them.
Nope.
This may sound crazy to y'all, but I use a little psychology. I try to relate to them.
Right. You have to. Yep.
If I can relate to them, I'm building a trust. And once they trust me, let the preaching commence. You best believe I'm going to preach to them, but I'm going to do it at the right time.
Right.
It's a method to the madness. And you know, hey, 31 thumbs up. Hey, we need 19 more. I ain't going to leave. I'm lying. Okay. I ain't going to leave till we get to 50. But just let your light shine. Not everybody else like, but you, only you, just like God made you. By the way, I subscribe to Sticks. Thanks, 31 thumbs up. Sticks, got you. This is another good brother, JX Farm, man.
Okay.
I've been watching him since, a couple years now. He has a YouTube channel. Matter of fact, if you're a YouTuber, not a YouTuber, I don't believe it, a content creator, please put hashtag content creator in the comments if you want to. You're more than welcome to. That way people may look at the replay or look at it now, not even knowing you're a content creator. I meant to say that earlier. Blame it on Sticks. He got me caught up in this great conversation. And I forgot all the stuff I would normally say. But before I go any further, I do want to say this. For the 16 real homies that are here, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for sticking in here and the kind comments that I've read throughout this. And to see, I'll be honest with y'all, I only reach out to what I consider to be the best of the best to be on this channel.
Wow. And
looking at these comments, I hit the nail right on the head with this one.
Thank you, guys.
So far in 2026, every interview I've done, and this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, they have outdone that last one, and they're not really outdoing them. It's just they've been great. And what's making them great are the comments. It's not Rod, it's the guest. In this case, Sticks, and the people that are in the chat. Rod, I'm just a dude pressing the buttons, asking questions, and facilitating the channel. That's it. But you guys and Sticks, y'all make this channel. I can't speak for every other channel. Y'all make this channel what it is and make all the Points Blank Network channels. You know, I woke up today and I got 3 new subscribers on Investing with Rod today. You'd have swore I got 3,000.
Okay.
Because I'm happy, because I'm a firm believer and I live by reach one, teach one. If they hit that subscribe button, I'm touching them somewhere. If you are a content creator, I don't care if you're eating food, making food. I don't care if you're building a chicken coop like Just Asking for a Crib. I don't care if you're making cocktails like Event Yours, or you're just on here laughing like Rod.
Right. Yep.
Just have a positive energy. Have a positive vibe.
I agree.
That person can look at you and say, I want to be like Charlie. No, that's Charlie. That's Sticks' name. I want to be like Bobby.
Right.
Just because Bobby has a great disposition and Bobby's happy.
Right.
But at home, he or she may hear yelling, screaming, cursing, and fussing all day, and they're just happy Bobby's smiling. You never know. Sticks just said it. You never know who's watching you, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. All right, let me go down here, read some of these comments. Sticks, I got another question, man.
Okay. Bring it on. I'm ready.
Is there one thing about yourself that you just don't like? Like about you, not. I mean, your physical look. I ain't talking about like
skinny. I think I'm too skinny.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, skinny. It's hands down skinny because I used to be self-conscious of my weight when I was younger. My normal weight is really 105. It was 105 pounds for many years. I was 105 pounds until I turned 26, I think. No. I was 105 till I turned 23, I think. And then I got to 115 in my late 20s. So like right now, I'm only like a 118 pounds. As much as I drink beer and wine and everything, I don't understand why. I have a high metabolism.
Yeah, I saw you walk around the house and you I think it was
Mhm.
I want to say when you was going to meet MRTV and CJ and Sharice, you told something, you was moving, but you told somebody to do something. You're always moving.
I'm hyper.
So
I'm very hyper.
your size. All right. So what's the one thing that you can't stand about you outside of your physical? I mean, it could be something you do, something you wish you did better.
I wish I could sing.
Me too, man. Dang it, me too, man. I be singing my own song, like that dude from Drew Hill, Cisco.
Yeah.
He said his name more than he said a word. Or
And,
I want to be like that dude with the floaters when he said my name is Charles, and then he said, "Ooh, child." I just want to say, "Ooh, wow," one time. So you wish you could sing. Now, would you sing R&B?
I would sing R&B. I would sing R&B, and if I wasn't a professional singer, because I'm a hustler, I would use my voice to sing at weddings. You know, that's another thing. The one thing I'm not gonna say I hate about people. The one thing I dislike about people today, we all have a hidden skill that God has given all of us. If you can sing, make this mouth make you some money. Go out there and sing at funerals or marriages. Do whatever. You know, find a way to make some side money. My tax practice is my side money. CJ, you already know.
I got to remember. I'm gonna have to jot this down because I got to ask you what's one wish, but not right now. So
Okay.
not right now.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this. This is my definition. My definition of success on my social media platforms is that I am not jealous of anybody. I feel that I have a fiduciary responsibility to reach back and bring somebody up. If you are scared to uplift somebody, if you're scared to dim your light to let somebody shine, that's a problem. Because what's for me is for me. What's for you is for you. I can't nobody take anything from you but you. So I don't have to be in the forefront. I don't mind being in the background. That doesn't bother me. But again, that comes from being competent, secure, integrity, and also knowing my stuff. Like, there's no reason for me to, like, you know how people are scared to give people information, like exchange, you know, dialogue or whatever? Not me. I'm not scared to do that. That doesn't bother me. Because you know what? Because people in my career did it for me. If you're scared to bless somebody else, you're cursing yourself. So don't do that.
You know what I like, Sticks? I like when somebody underestimate me. Like, say I walk into a room and they think I don't suppose to know this, that, and the third. And I play right along with them. Man, really? Like, especially in the finance world, you know, they'll be talking about, yeah, the P&E ratio. And I say, oh man, what? Wow. I just look all crazy. And I just explode on them. I spit it all out at one. And they be like, wow, how do you know all that? I don't know, man. I looked up. And then
that's the best position to be in.
I just walk off. And they be like, and I feel like the Lone Ranger. Who was that black man?
You sure is smart.
But I just crack it up. But I want to say, I asked you that question because I've never asked anyone that question about that. What would you change about you? Like me, outside of physical.
Okay.
It's procrastination. I'm working on it hard. I'm the dude that I will put stuff off. I'm ashamed to say this, but I'm gonna say it every month. My cell phone get turned off every month.
Oh Lord!
I have the money in the bank, but I don't feel like looking at getting on the website to see what day it's doing. They keep changing it on me.
I'm gonna send you Instagram. Look, pay that bill.
So procrastination. Now I'm gonna tell you. I gotta ask you a question, but I'm gonna read these two comments. Then I'm gonna tell you my wish first. Then I'm gonna ask you your wish.
Okay.
Since you steal mine. I always joke that God didn't give me the singing ability because He know I would be out here a mess. I was singing just so folks could hear me. Me too.
Me too.
Man,
I love to sing.
You don't have to judge for season. Your season's coming. Just be patient because at the end of the day, God is going to work it out.
Amen. I agree.
Yep.
I do agree.
Now, if I had a wish, man, I just want just once in my life to attend. Now, I don't necessarily want to attend the event, but it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Right. I want to go to a real funeral where they tell the truth.
Good luck with that one.
I know. I don't want to go to one where I want to go to one where they say
they all laugh.
Jimmy wasn't worth a damn. He still owed me $20, and you know, I just want to go. And I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If I had one wish, I wish that if I could just take away this one thing, homelessness. Mm-hmm. We just went through a winter storm in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
And I was freezing. And every time I walked in this house and going outside by choice, I thank God for the roof over my head. I thank God that it was warm.
Yep.
But I immediately thought about those people that didn't have that choice.
Right.
So if I had one wish, if I could eliminate anything, it would be that. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be eliminated and fixed. Yeah. But I would start there. That's just me. So if you had one wish, what would it be, man?
Kind of the same lines. Get rid of the bigotry, the racism, the hatred towards each other as human beings. We're a certain species, but yet and still we tear each other down. We treat each other like we're dirt, like we're the scum of the earth. Ours within the race and across the races. Why does it have to be that nasty? Why do we stoop so low to get down and like really put somebody down when they're already down? So if I get rid of that rude, nasty behavior across mankind and show love, no matter what your nationality is, no matter what country you live in, your skin complexion, just get rid of all that. We're still human beings.
You know, man, boy, damn, I think you might be interviewing me right now. Go.
And I mean it. I mean what I say.
When I got involuntarily retired, when I was let go, it was crazy. They chose a brother to do it. The only brother and manager, but they chose him, man. I ain't gonna lie, for about 12 seconds, I wanted to hit him in the mouth, but I didn't.
That's good. I'm glad you didn't.
I shook his hand. I thanked him for the opportunity. And about a year and a half later, I went to the dealership. I had been there a couple of times. And he looked at me. He was there. And he smiled. He said, "Rod, what you doing, man?" I said, "Nothing, man. I'm trying to buy me a car." He said, "Really? What you doing these days?" I said, "Not a damn thing. Just minding my business. I heard they're hiring too. You want an application?"
No.
And he was like, You ain't working? I said, "Yeah, I work. Yeah, I do. I do have a job. I work for Point Blank Network."
There you go.
He said, "Really? Is that a TV network?" I said, "No, it's a YouTube network, and I'm I ain't the CEO because there ain't no board. I'm just the founder." And he was like, "Wow." He said, "So what kind of car you looking for?" I said, "I don't know, but when I see it, I'll know." You're gonna be financed. Now I'm paying cash. He just looked at me like I was like, he couldn't believe it. Do you know I went back probably 6 months later? I said, "Hey, where's this individual?" And they said,
"Oh Lord,
he's in charge of hiring and firing." I said, "Oh no, he ain't either. He in charge of firing because he about to get fired. Mark my word, because there ain't no position for hiring and firing."
Oh, right. Okay. Wow.
I went back 2 weeks later, the guy was gone.
That's wow.
But I'm going to tell y'all a moral about this story. This brother was smart enough when he was making the same, pretty much, he was making more than me, but close to the same.
Right.
He was buying up apartment buildings. Y'all, if we see the writing on the wall, let's prepare ourselves.
Yeah. Yep.
I saw the writing on the wall with the game they was playing with me, and he saw it with him.
Right.
And we both looked alike, and we both were probably in positions they didn't expect us to be in.
Right.
But we were prepared. I heard he just managing his buildings, and I'm just over here managing the Point Blank Network, and we ain't tripping. So I say that, notice a lot of stuff I'm saying tonight, and a lot of stuff Sticks is saying is not necessarily an interview. It's more so we're giving away things we've been through, things we've experienced, and just trying to help. I don't like to use the word help. We're trying to assist people that may want to be assisted.
Bring
maybe, and we got a little entertainment too, in case you got it going on right now. We're gonna crack a couple jokes.
That's right. Got to take jokes.
So, all right, Sticks, man, I'm gonna ask you one more question, and I got to roll. Only reason because I want people, and I'm already kind of concerned. I want people to look at the replay of this.
Got you. Okay, I got you.
And I'd be so afraid. I'm trying to be an hour and a half, but I want people to look back.
Okay, no problem.
and said, "How did these two clowns get up here and make so much sense?" You know, how did
Sometimes all it takes.
these two dudes always cracking jokes in the but if you look at Sticks by himself, he makes a lot of sense in his lives and his videos. If you listen to me, I'm not always having fun. I'm can be serious as well. But
Right.
how did they do this? This was different, and this was probably more different than any interview I've done.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I say that in a good way.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this interview. So thank you again. And chat, thank you for being here. Much appreciated.
I gotta find a good one, man. I gotta find a good. I got several here, so y'all bear with me here. If y'all got any questions for Sticks, this is the last call. This is like the club, y'all. So we ain't got no alcohol. Last call for comments.
I really had fun. This is a lot of fun.
All right, here. Let's see here, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this one kind of light. I ain't gonna get too heavy.
Okay.
You look like you can cook pretty good, man. Where? I just got to know. I wish my mom was still living so she can go to the class with me, because she couldn't cook worth a damn. But where did you learn how to cook, man? I'm just curious.
My mother, I cooked when I was a kid. You see, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day when we were kids, my brother and I, like 5 and 7, we was washing clothes, ironing clothes, cleaning the house up, cooking, washing dishes. We did that in Generation X. Back in the day, young kids was doing the work that adults are doing now. But don't get it twisted. I did F some of those recipes up now, and all my stuff didn't come out good. All right. I don't proclaim to be a cook. That's not me. I'm a numbers guy. Now, my sister is the cook. But I do cook for some of my neighbors sometimes. They ate my cooking before. Now, I don't eat the way I used to eat. So that definitely did change. But I don't love to cook. I don't like to cook. I like to eat.
Wow. Now, you wow.
I hate cooking. I hate it. No.
Me too. I hate it so much that I barely do it. But
I don't mind. I do it because the reason why I do it, because number one, and I shared this story. Back in the day, I was spending too much money, like eating out at the clubs and everything. But I'm like, you know what? I don't know who's cooking this food in the kitchen. Stuff be hitting the floor. People just dirty to me. They nasty. So I'd rather eat my food in my house because I know it's clean.
You right, man. Have you ever? Now, I ain't saying I have, but I ain't saying you either, but somebody have. You could be cooking and your thigh, the back of your thigh start itching, and you decide to scratch it. You ain't think it's just itching, and you just keep on cooking.
I've seen a lot of stuff. I used to work at Howard Johnson's as a cook and a prep cook, and I've seen a whole lot of nasty stuff. Now, I will tell anybody, in my live streams, when I do cooking, this is no lie. I clean my cell phone with a Clorox wipe and my tripod that just sit on with a Clorox wipe. I don't like bringing instruments to my kitchen without cleaning it first, because I don't like touching my phone and touching the food at the same time. I don't do that. And people have been on my live stream. They have seen me take the Clorox wipe and wipe my phone off, and my phone and my keyboard and everything. Oh, yeah.
You just motivated me. I'm gonna do that after this, because I bet you if I put my phone, if most of us put our phones under a microscope like they do in school, man, it's probably stuff grow. No, let me get my phone off my couch. I ain't trying to contaminate my whole house. Now I gotta hold my phone up like this so I don't touch nothing. But I'm joking, man. But y'all, man, I'll be doing it. I will be doing it. But hey, I'm gonna say, I got a couple more things here. Okay. Just asking, and I agree. These people don't wash their hands or cover their mouth.
I wash my hands so much in my kitchen when I'm cooking. They would tell you when I made my spaghetti, they saw me rinse my ground turkey meat before I cooked it. If you saw me clean chicken, you would never eat chicken again.
If I saw what? Because you put bleach on it?
No, I put a lot of salt and vinegar. But if you clean that chicken, the water is dirty. Like I can't eat chicken if you just rinse it off. It has to go through a process for me to eat it.
So you don't believe that the fire and the grease will kill it? You don't trust that either? I'm just asking because I don't know.
Okay. Now I do eat that, but it's rare. But I can smell the chicken. It sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't like the smell of raw meat. That day I made spaghetti sauce. I had those big frozen turkey balls. It was frozen. I put it in my marinara sauce. It stunk so bad. I was about to do this. I despise meat. I don't like how it smells.
You said some, oh man, you back to choke me. You said some frozen turkey balls.
Yeah.
You talking about there was just some turkey meat in the form of a ball or shape of a ball? Oh, okay, okay. See, you got me so twisted up with this conversation.
Turkey meatballs. Sorry, turkey meatballs.
Yeah, I thought you meant some turkey testicles. I was like, Lord, have mercy. What?
I never seen that.
I'm going to say, you probably had to eat a lot of them things, man. You would like some popcorn chicken or something. But
yeah.
Hey, real talk, man. Hey, man. I'd say Grateful Heart is really, she done gave us a show and everything. Your name.
So much grateful.
A lot of wisdom experience with Rod and Sticks. Love every minute of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
man.
Much appreciated, guys.
That means a lot. And I got to thank Just Asking. Then I want to say something about Just Asking real quick.
Okay.
Let me find something here. I want to thank you for that $5 super sticker. Unfortunately, with StreamYard, you can't see what the sticker says, but I know it's something nice. But I want to thank you real quick. Super chat.
There you go.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Thurston, for bringing those sound effects in. Yeah, that's my right-hand man, Thurston Thorndexter. You'll see his name in the credits. Yeah, I met him in London.
Oh, cool.
No, it's really me, man.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I got it, Sticks. I got it.
You got me that time. You got me.
But I always used to say Thurston, and then one time, just how much fun we have on this channel, I told Tanya, my co-host, my last name was Thorndexter, and I almost had her believe it in me, so I decided to give him that last name. But y'all, man, tonight, I'm going to let Sticks say what he got to say before we get out of here, but thanks a lot. Oh, going back to Just Asking, I will put this out there. Just Asking for a Friend. Please go check out her channel. I've been working closely with her and her YouTube journey. Great content creator. Very skilled when it comes to being self-reliant. We just did a live stream a couple of days ago. Very good at building stuff. She built a chicken coop. She tearing her bathroom. She building tubs, all kind of stuff, and by herself.
Wow.
So
impressive.
Please go over there, support her channel. Doing pretty good also.
Very good.
And actually give me a lot of ideas for my channel. So
good. That's good.
That's why you will rarely hear me say small content creators or small or little channels, because I was told by Elevate with Vern a long time ago, there's no such thing as little. Now, this here, in case y'all wondering why this Cookie Monster dude is here, go check out a live stream I did. I drove in the winter storm to go. I went out there to make sure it was safe for everybody to be outside. And I really went to get some chocolate chip cookies. That's why y'all see the Cookie Monster.
Nichols, what's going on? How you all doing?
Yeah, please check them out. They're new. They're not new. They just started their content creator journey.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And they will be on the channel tomorrow for a conversation. I'm going to stop saying interviews. I'll probably say conversation I got it. I patterned my style after Angie Pooh 215 channel, and she was my second interview. And she never would say interview. She called it the convo. So I won't say convo out of respect for her. So I probably I'm not going to name it the conversation, but I'll say I'm having conversations. So
right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sticks, you got any outgoing words? And that she's amazing. This is co-signing for
okay, cool. I gotta check
Just
her out.
Asking for a Friend. But do you have any things you want to say before we get out of here, before I do my parting words?
Yeah, I have something to say. I always want to tell people this. Make sure that you are respecting other people. Most importantly, make sure you respect yourself. You know, and I want you guys, if you're a content creator or not in a content creator, everything does not require a response. People are going through some tough times right now. Let people lash out. Just ignore it. You don't know them. They don't know you. Do not let anybody's anger be your problem. Just carry on, because we don't want you to make that 1 second bad mistake you made. But with this, will ruin your whole life. Nobody, no stranger is worth it. Let it go and live your life. Live your true life. Live your life and and harmony, peace, and love. So,
wow. Well, man, you know, you once again you said something I ain't thought of. People, we may need to start giving more second chances because people are going through a hard time. This is not my part in comments. I'm just piggybacking.
yeah.
Excuse me, what Sticks just said. And someone may be having a rough day more often than not nowadays. And they may say something they really don't mean.
Right.
Or and a lot of times people say things they can't take back.
Right.
Once you say something, you can't take it back. We're not VCRs for the people that don't know what that is. I'm sorry, Google it. We're not cassette tapes. We can't rewind it.
Yep, that's true.
Once it's said and it's out there. But I got a feeling, and Sticks just brought it to my attention, that maybe people out there that are saying things right now, we need to pretend in our minds that they are 8-track tape or cassette and just maybe forgive them because maybe they didn't mean it. It's a lot of adversity going on out there right now, and a lot of people that are experiencing things that they're not used to, and we may need to give them, as they say, give them a pass.
Look at the human side of everything before you open your mouth. Think of the human side, everybody. That's how we train at work. You have to look at the human aspect of what this person is going through. That's very hard for some people. And we all handle things differently. So just keep that in mind.
I can't listen to Sticks no more, man. Because the dude is spitting game. But one good thing about this is it doesn't end here.
Right.
You can go to his channel and see this. This guy is not only on YouTube, he's also on other platforms. TikTok, Instagram. I'm not saying he's doing live, or I know he was live on TikTok, but go soak up this knowledge and have fun at the same time. And I made myself a promise. The day I can't have fun and teach someone at the same time, I'll retire from YouTube.
Yep.
I have to be able to do both. I have to make sure the audience have fun, and I got to make sure they're learning. With that being said, in closing, I will say once again tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed greatness in the form of two African-American brothers, but I'm not the greatness. It's Sticksncharge.
I'm not the greatest either.
We've heard words of wisdom. We've heard jokes. We've heard laughter. But one thing we didn't hear is nobody in here complaining. Nobody moaning, nobody griping, nobody. You probably heard a little profanity, but it was all in fun.
Oh, yeah. Right.
No one was upset.
Right.
And that's what this channel is all about. It's bringing people together and hopefully giving them an hour or 2 hours to escape from the hustle and bustle of life. From what they say in life is lifing. Well, over here, life going to stop life in a little while, and then life is going to start laughing.
Yes.
Ooh, do I need to say that again? Damn, that was a boat.
Amen.
Life will stop laughing when you come to point blank experience, and life is going to start laughing. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy it. Do you a favor if you haven't done so. Hit that subscribe button. I am going to read these last comments.
Okay.
Sticks, if you don't have nothing else to say, if you can give me a second, man, and I got to just holler at you backstage. I'm going to do my outro.
I think as long as you want me to stay, brother.
All right. The forgiveness is for you, not them.
Man, that's right.
I would definitely sub to his channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Greatness again, and tomorrow you will be witness greatness again in the form of the Nichols Journey.
I'll be there tomorrow.
5:35 Central Standard Time. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if you think you're gonna hear the same questions, it ain't gonna happen. You may hear if you think we're gonna talk about the same thing, it ain't gonna happen.
Right, right.
You know, somebody told me not long ago, Rod, I think you're showing your hand too much. I said, you know what? You ever play dominoes with people that can't play? I can show my hand all day. I'll let y'all figure the rest out. So
I got you.
This is a one-stop shop. Yes, it is, man. You get it all over here.
I enjoyed this.
Rod and Sticks. Great.
You're very welcome.
All right, man. Life is going to start laughing. Yeah, when you come over, right. Life is going to stop laughing. Well, if as long as it's good, you can bring it with you too. If life is life in that bad way,
that's
leave
right.
it at the front door. You can pick it up at my front door. And you can I always used to say this on PBT. I don't say it no more. I don't know why. I used to work all the time. Make sure y'all ring my doorbell. My doorbell is that like button. I know the barbecue was smelling good. The greens and the string beans that he liked to eat when you got ready to come to the channel. You just heard the music. You didn't even hit the like button. You just came in, sat down, and got ready for the party. Well, now that you're about to go, just ring my doorbell on the way out. Hit that like button, please. With all that being said, y'all, you have. Oh, I got one more question, Sticks.
Okay.
One more
I'm ready.
question. Man.
I'm almost ready.
It's a simple question, though.
Okay.
Was this an experience?
Yes, it was a great experience.
Whew.
It was a great experience. You open your home up for me to have this conversation with you. And the fact that it's been a very, very good experience, that the chat got some knowledge, that's success. Success has nothing to do with your sub count or what's in your bank account. It's how we inspire and touch each other. So thank you.
Man, that means the world, y'all. And I will tell y'all, it does not matter what's in your bank account. We only need what's in our bank account to pay bills and live. But what people are going to remember, nobody knows how much money I have in the bank right now.
Right.
But they know how much, or they get a chance to see how much love I have in my heart. With that being said, we're going to holler at y'all later as I end each and every live streaming video. Shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you're going to be up amongst the stars. I can guarantee you. I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, more fire, more knowledge. Whether I'm teaching you how to travel for little or no money out of your pocket on Points Blank Travel, show you how to invest with a small amount of money or invest with Rod, or changing life to laughing over here on Points Blank Experience and doing all the things I got on the other 15 channels that I have. I'm going to be somewhere in these YouTube streets. I just, wow. Speaking of which, I can't cook, but I'm cooking this food up in the form of knowledge. Are you going to grab a plate and eat it? With that being said, peace, y'all. I'm out.